anyway, I'll take it up. Benny, still 8-0, isn't it?
Well, nothing beats a few technical difficulties, but we're back up and running, and welcome to TDFL football. Thanks to our broadcast partners, Jappo Donks. The first quarter's about 3 minutes underway. Beechworth have the lead. And here's the Big Mac, Robbie McKinlay. Welcome to O&M Live from the TDFL finals.
Yeah, we do apologise for that. Ed Cartledge's kick has been chopped off at half-back by Demizio. Not for the first time this afternoon. Martin's kick down the line, and it'll be out for a boundary throw-in. So if you have just joined us, we had a goal to Dane Carey at the 4-minute mark. And we had a point to Braden Carey early in the game, but so far, probably give the early dominance has definitely gone the way of the Bushrangers. Beechworth, they lead at 1-2-8-0 here at Sandy Creek. Through the middle of the ground, here they go again. Good work there by Braden Carey. Punts the ball to half-forward. Demizio's spoil was good. Here's a chance over the top. Nice work by Lockie Armstrong. He got it back for the 1-2. Armstrong kicked the top of the goal square. Chance for Fendi. Kick off the ground. He's put it through. The Bushies get this. No, touched on the line. So a little bit of controversy there, but it's been a rush behind there from Fendi to kick. Desperate work and last line defence. And it might have been Carney down there who was it, and a good grab taken there by the other Bartel. Jason comes inboard, finds Jake here. Kick over the top was well. Good start by the Bushies. They've got the first couple.
Great start, boys. Yeah, Kiewa Sandy Creek won the toss, kicking to the road end. Looks like Callum Turner's got the job on Campbell Fendick as well.
Well, just break their skirt of Demizio, who's been fantastic so far for Kiewa. Pump the ball inside forward 50. Whistle, free kick. It's going to go the way of Kiewa Sandy Creek. And it looks like it will be Beattie who will have the shot on goal. He will indeed. It's Nick Beattie who has kicked 50.
Hey boys, with the big white sunscreen or the zinc on the nose.
Andrew Simons like.
Had a chat to the young fella just before the game. Gus, you know, we're down there just checking a few things out, and he just can't believe his luck be playing in this sunshine after all the wet weather. Here comes Beattie. Kick on the way, but he's pushed it to the right-hand side. Minor score. So the Hawks are underway. It's 2-2-14, the Bushrangers from Beechworth. They lead Kiewa Sandy Creek just the one behind. And here's my man, my right-hand man, Gussie McLeod.
It wouldn't be a broadcast game without a few technical difficulties. And it's going to be Melsom kicking in from fullback for the Bushrangers. They come long down the line. It's in the McCarthy direction, and the Bushies happy to take it across the boundary line. We'll bring it back into play right in front of a very vocal set of spectators today, supporting both sides. Good crowd rolling into the house today, Big Mac, here at Sandy Creek. I'm tipping around about the 1,000 mark in the house to watch the senior game. Yeah, so just check that score. It's actually 139 to one behind. Is without the ball, no play on with the call there. Braden Carey, 40 might have had it there. Now, Cal Turner. The ground at Sandy Creek first. Down to Demizio. Demizio kicks the ball inside forward 50. Big fly from behind. Gathered. Croucher. Snap on goal was smothered, and it'll be thrown in 25 metres around from the Hawks goals. They trail one behind to 9 points to Beechworth. Of course, the scoreboard has gone down as well here. Scoot will go boundary side for Charcoal Kings. What's happening there?
Another little technical glitch, boys, but Robbie's got the score, so we'll be able to keep people updated.
Could be an infringement here against Surrey. Umpire said nothing in it. Free kick and play on. Comes out in the McCormick direction for the Bushrangers across the paint of the line, and will bring it back into play. It's great to have your company on O&M Live. Thanks to our broadcast partners, Lewis Dixon Homes and Jappo Donks. And a very good afternoon to you wherever you're watching Duns Twin City Cranes TDFL action live from Sandy Creek as the Bushrangers take on the Hawks. Gus McLeod, Robbie McKinlay and Scotty Scooter Fraser with you. And we'll have another stoppage once again. So we're about 10 minutes have equated in this first quarter. thanks to our good friends at Elders in Albury, as the Hawks go inside forward 50 via Demizio, kicks long. Has he kicked it all the way? He hasn't. It's through for a minor score. I think that one actually come off the boot of Stevens, boys, so apologies there. Minor score for the Hawks, and they move to 2 behinds.
Scooter, just quickly cross your boundary side for Charcoal Kings. Injury to Beechworth.
It looks to be, I think it's Brent Ryan, boys. He back into that pack when it went forward into Kiewa's inside 50, and it looks like he's got a terrible hip injury. He can hardly walk.
So he has come off, and going onto the ground will be Connor Stone back on the ground. So ball's at centre wing. It is 1-3-9 to 2 behinds. Comes in.
Straight to the sheds too, Big Mac.
Yeah, well, Scooter will keep an eye on that one, as it'll be a ball up. So true centre wing, far side of the ground. We have been going just over 11 minutes. Beechworth lead it, 9 to 2. A goal there to Dane Carey, a set shot from 35 out. Scotty Bartell onto the footy now, and he's tied to the boundary line. He's tackled there in a good one by Fendick, and umpire says he's going to send it back into play. It'll be thrown in, Gussie, far side of the ground. It's been over there a lot in the last couple of minutes, and it's Beechworth leading 9 to 2.
On the Commercial Club scoreboard, into the ruck is Pat McCarthy, brings it down for the Bushrangers. Around the footy is Hicks for the Hawks, and will ball the footy up once again. So football technically favouring that far side of the ground, we'd say early days, Robbie, the entrance end of Sandy Creek.
And if there was a breeze, Gus, it may well be with Kiewa Sandy Creek this quarter. It's just a slight little zephyr going, a little bit of a southwesterly.
I dare say so, Big Mac. We'll have another stoppage once again. So if you just joined the broadcast, the Bushrangers 1-3-9 of the Hawks, 2 behinds. Commercial Club Albury scoreboard. Played about 13 minutes on the Jap O'Dongs time clock, and the Hawks get the football onto the boot. Handball's out wide. He's got a runner for the Hawks, and they're going to go inside forward 50. Dangerous looking kick, but chopped off nicely by Tom Cartledge, the co-coach for the Bushrangers. He's got the ball in the back pocket.
He has indeed, and the Beechworth Bushrangers, they lead it 9 to 2. Cartledge kick long down the line from behind. It's a good spoil. And it'll be thrown in boundaries 70 metres around from the Kiewa Sandy Creek goal. (27) leave the Wangaratta Rovers 9, so we're going to keep an eye on that. And the one down the river, the rumble on the river, Corrava Glen 32 leave Myrtleford 27. Gus, so couple of good games
of
there.
Footy in the district. We're back underway. It's a good tap down there from McCarthy for the Bushrangers. Pinballing around 55 from home. Head over the football is Surrey. Where else would you find him for the Bushrangers? Umpire says we'll ball this one up.
She's been a scrappy last 4 or 5 minutes, hasn't it?
Stoppage after stoppage. Surrey doing some of his best work at the bottom of the contest as well. He lurks around this. McCarthy's been dominant in the ruck. Man flew high, brought it down to ground level, and the Bushrangers emerge from the contest, and they kick long down the line. It's in the Pritchard direction. He can't quite keep it alive, but he's on the end of the 1-2. But the umpire said you did so across the paint of the boundary. We'll bring it back into play right in front of the Commercial Club Albury scoreboard, which reads the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks 2 behinds to Beechworth 1-3-9.
Comes back in, quick kick inside forward 50. Here's a chance. McDonald couldn't bring it in. Picked up by Carey. Braden to half forward. Middleton flies high. Couldn't get his hands on it. Good defensive work there. And nice work again there. But did he have the footy? I'm not sure. And Buckley Wilson has been penalised. And the free kick's going to go over the big fella, Jai Middleton. Gussie.
I reckon he milked it a little bit there, Big Mac. Put a bit of mayo on that one, but this will certainly suit Jai. Left footer. He's come to the football club after spending the first part of the year with Wangaratta and the Ovens and Murray, and he's made a massive impact. Generally a pretty true kick of the football, but this will certainly favour the left footer. Yeah, and a good chance there down on the interchange. A lot of changes being made by Beechworth. Heavy rotation, so Jai Middleton. Bushrangers lead at 9 to 2. He'll kick from 30 metres. Tight angle. He's gone the right.
And he's going to swing. It's missed, I think. It's all clear. Well, gee whiz. She was wobbling around. It had a nasty old Kernahan swing on it. And he might have swung at the right time, and he squeezed it through. And Bushrangers get their second. Jai Middleton gets his first. And it's 2-3-15. 2 points to Kiewa Sandy Creek.
Well called, Big Mac. I tell you what, scoop boundary side for the Charcoal Kings. We had a pretty good view of that one. I reckon it might have been a little bit closer than what the umpire made it out to be.
Don't you doubt goal umpire Tony Lade. I think it had gone straight, not straight through the middle, but as it went past the post, it might have moved a little bit more. But you're right, Robbie, the Beechworth interchange rotations are huge. If they haven't had 15 already this quarter, they're not too far off.
Here comes Ed Cartledge for the Bushrangers. His kick was a high up and under. Puts his head over the football now. And emerging from the contest is Jacobson. They go backwards to go forward to the Bushrangers. But the ball's been chopped off at centre half back by Turner for Kiewa Sandy Creek. Wants to go out to the entrance side of Sandy Creek, and he switches nicely. Ball's in the hands of Bartel. It's Jason. Newnham's on the lead. Well done by Surrey, I should say, with a big crucial fist. It's enough to save eventual danger for the Bushrangers, but Bartel gets it on the boot inside 50, and it's chopped off nicely by the Bushrangers.
Yeah, Connor Stone has it at half back. He's been very prominent early. Kicks down the line. And it'll be flying back in. Gussie, it's 15-2. Beechworth lead Kiewa Sandy Creek. We've gone a bit over 20 minutes.
Good afternoon to the 154 people watching live in the first quarter here on O&M Live. Good work at the back of the pack by Fendick. It's Campbell. Bit of question marks about whether he was going to play today, Robbie, but the umpire said he can play, but there's a free kick adjudicated by the umpire. It's Turner for Kiewa Sandy Creek. Wants to come backwards. Jack DeMizio, who we're keeping track of today on the Mac Jack stat sheet. And he switches dangerously. It's a big kick. Beatty's got to work hard. Coming amongst the action now is Buckley Wilson. Calls for free kick. The umpire says we'll ball it up on the edge of the square. Nice work from Brenton Surrey there, Big Mac. He was almost trying to talk the umpire into giving that one, but
he wasn't far off it. So it'll go back up into play, and here's Bartel. God, nice work through traffic there, Jace Bartel. Good kick too, or Mason Brown missed it. The umpire predicted it. You've got to be careful doing that. Halfback Beechworth, it's Connor Stone. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. And it will be thrown in right in front of the clubroom side of the ground here at Sandy Creek. Slightly in attack for the Hawks. They trail it 15-2.
For Charcoal Kings, Scotty Scooter Fraser.
Zach Collins about to come back on, boys. It seems hot out there. There's quite a few boys coming off sweating profusely, so this could be a war of attrition later on today.
Myself included. Gun back into play. Man palms it down in the Fendick direction. Chopped off nicely by the Bushrangers. Pinballing around. Getting amongst the action is Hicks, and we'll bring it back into play.
Quick round of ground, the scores O&M. Wangaratta trail 22-31 to Yarrawonga. Aubrey lead Rovers 27-16. Coralville 38, Myrtleford 33.
How's this for a Mac Jack stat? Dave McMillan on his second can of Great Northern. Back here live at Sandy Creek. It's Jack Andrew on the left boot, inside forward 50. Chasing this one in pursuit is Vogel. Wraps up a big tackle. The umpire found a free kick here. I think it is. It's going to go the way of the Bushrangers for a high in the back pocket.
It's our man, the sunscreen man,
Alessandro Belchi.
And he kicks it off his left foot. High up and under. DeMizio should get under this. Two Kiewa players spoil each other. Running onto it now was Josh Hicks. He was tackled. Oh, a nice little one went in there. Belchi might have got a little how do you do. Geez, it's getting nice and physical in the clinches there. This suits Ed Cartledge. He got the footy, and he's brought down by two Kiewa defenders. Boys, ball up.
7.5 minutes to go in this first quarter, Big Mac, thanks to the Commercial Club.
Commercial Club, all be great supporters of local footy. And now at the back here, Carey put his head down. He should get a free kick, and umpire Hughes agrees. And Carey will take it, and he chips it nicely to Brenton Surrey,
who sneaks off the bench, marks the footy at true centre wing broadcast side for the Bushrangers. Middleton's led up early, so not many options present. Armstrong's another key target they're going to look for. Sells a bit of candy to Surrey, and his kick was smothered off the boot. Well done, Scotty Bartel. Picks the footy up now and happy to paddle it across the line. And that's what finals footy can do to you, Big Mac. When the nerves are high, the stakes are high. Little easy mistakes like that can be made by a player, even of the calibre of Brenton Surrey.
Yeah, we're around about 2.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter here. Bushrangers lead at 15-2. No one grabbed it. Out the back, Nice work there. Chance here for Martin. Got a handball from Jed Andrew. The kick was a beauty too. Jack McDonald marks. So just not sure if he's got the range from here. He would have to kick from just outside forward 50. Decides to go to the top of the pocket. Ball comes to ground. They got numbers here. Cartledge for Beechworth. And that's Tommy Cartledge, runs it out over the boundary line. Will be throwing him in a good attacking position here, Gussie, for the Hawks. They need a late goal here. About 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Of course, 2-3-15 Beechworth to the Hawks, just two behinds. 25 metres out from Kiewa's goal. Pinballing around, chasing it to the boundaries, Bartel. The umpire found a whistle. I think he has. It's a free kick to the Hawks.
Might have been a push, I think, Gus.
For a push in the back. Of course, there was 2 or 3 bushies lurking around that contest, so easy to give that one a free kick, and it looks like it's going to go the way of Josh Hicks. Of course, Team of the Year footballer for Kiewa Sandy Creek. We might get his Mac Jack stats very quickly, Big Mac. He's up to 2.
Yep.
Thanks to Mac Jack sheds, and here comes Hicks.
Ooh.
Left foot kick, only just troubles the scorers to the near side for a minor score. So great to have your company. Broadcasting live from Sandy Creek. First quarter action thanks to Elders in Albury, and we'll cross thanks to the Charcoal Kings to Scotty Scooter Fraser.
Brent Ryan back on the ground, boys. Looks like he's had that hip rubbed and ready to go again.
Jack Demizio, the stats leader at the moment. He has 8 Mac Jack stacks for Jack.
They call him Racker, and he's racking them up.
He's racking them up big time. So at halfback, Beechworth will defend it. They lead 15-3. Kick comes to clubroom side of the ground. Big pack of players form. A double-fisted action there. Geez, a lot of players around the ball at the moment here. This one's going to be a tough one to get out through. Traffic was okay there from Dale Martin. I think we're around about the last minute of this first quarter. It's been all Beechworth. They did 15-3.
We'll chase some mature Albury netball scores at the break for you that are tuning in from home. And a very good afternoon to you. We'll ball the footy up once again. So goals in the first quarter to Jai Middleton and also Dane Carey for the Bushrangers. And here's a go for Bartel. I thought he got taken high. Umpire said nothing in it. Coming through is Dale Martin, who throws it on the boot, but Beechworth are equal to the challenge. And the ball's in the hands of Melson. In the Middleton direction, it's a big kick. Copped a push late. Umpire said nothing in it. Demizio with his 10th Mac Jack disposal. Kicks to a contest. The Hawks have numbers coming through late, and it's Vogel. Dispossessed of the footy. Kicked long down the line by Beechworth in towards centre half forward. Flying high was Pritchard, made a good contest, and here comes Surrey. On the right boot, kicks inside forward 50, and it's a good one to Armstrong.
This might be the last kick of the quarter. Oh, he's played on.
To Middleton, bit too much on it for him. Here's Fender. Fendick goes bang. Beechworth. And that book.
Yeah, he got away from Cal Turner there, so very good reward for effort for Campbell Fendick. He actually ran all the way from 50 there to get that ball.
So there we go. Beechworth get their 3rd goal, and they lead at 3-3-21 to 3 behinds. Kiewa Sandy Creek, well, they've been just really surprised by the Beechworth been so clean with the footy. They've been really good at the stoppages. They haven't allowed Kiewa to break. They've been able to lock it in. They might get a chance here now, Kiewa. Croucher out of the middle of the ground. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. And coming through and defending is Tommy Cartledge. As the siren sounds here at Sandy Creek. Qualifying final, quarter time. Beechworth 3-3-21. They lead Kiewa Sandy Creek, the 3 behind. Goals to Dane Carey, Jai Middleton and Ken Fendick. And Gussie, a 3-goal lead. I reckon that's about a pretty good result at the moment. That's about the difference it's been.
The Bushies have looked on top, have certainly crossed that half-back line. Beechworth have really asserted their dominance. We'll take a quick break here. Of course, TDFL football with 2AY calling the action. We'll bring you the big second quarter on the other side of the break. Don't you go anywhere. It's great to have your company. TDFL finals, where you won't miss a thing.
CadMac Winter Catalogue is out now with low finance rates across the entire range from the brands you know and love. New Holland, JCB, Toro and McHale. Contact your local CadMac team in Wodonga or Wagga today.
The team at DTD Engineering in Thurgoona loves steel fabrication. They do it every day for businesses all across the border region, and they'll do it for you too. You name it, they fabricate it. From stainless and mild steel work to structural steel work. Difficult fabrication and installation projects, they love those too. And DTD does it all, from quote to paint to deliver. DTD Engineering Thurgoona and dtdeng.com.au. Proud sponsors of the Chiltern Swans Football Club.
The moment you step inside Build Pro Lavington, you'll feel it. 100% unadulterated customer love. It's how they do things at Build Pro. From their service to their stock, you'll love their range of Austral bricks. Austral's been making bricks for over 100 years, and Build Pro are the only local distributor. So for customer love and the best range of bricks and pavers, see Build Pro.
Way to go, Build Pro.
Dallinger Road, Lavington.
Drag it, drop it, crop it, play it, write it, space it, and erase it. Drag
Need a computer that won't crash? Need your Wi-Fi turbocharged? Need better data backup? Whatever you need your computer to do, Wangaratta Computers will help you do it better. Because that's what we do best. And we can do it in-store or at your home. So get your tech working better at wangarattacomputers.com.au.
Play it, write it, space it, and erase it.
The team at DTD Engineering in Thurgoona loves steel fabrication. They do it every day for businesses all across the border region, and they'll do it for you too. You name it, they fabricate it. From stainless and mild steel work to structural steel work. Difficult fabrication and installation projects, they love those too. And DTD does it all, from quote to paint to deliver. DTD Engineering Thurgoona and dtdeng.com.au. Proud sponsors of the Chiltern Swans Football Club.
The moment you step inside Build Pro Lavington, you'll feel it. 100% unadulterated customer love. It's how they do things at Build Pro. From their service to their stock, you'll love their range of Austral bricks. Austral's been making bricks for over 100 years, and Build Pro are the only local distributor. So for customer love and the best range of bricks and pavers, see Build Pro.
Way to go, Build Pro.
Dallinger Road, Lavington.
The CAD-MAC Winter Catalogue is out now with low finance rates across the entire range from the brands you know and love. New Holland, JCB, Toro and McHale. Contact your local CAD-MAC team in Wodonga or Wagga today.
Yes, welcome back to Sandy Creek. Great to have your company. 3/4 time sees the Beechworth Bushrangers lead 3-3-21 to the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks, just the 3 behinds. Our man Scotty Scooter Fraser for the Charcoal Kings. We've lost him in a sea of people, boundary side. We'll see if we can cross to him now. We don't even know where Scoot is. Come in, Scoot, if you've got us.
Right on the interchange, boys. Hidden away at the moment, but Jack Neal very aware of the great job Buckley Wilson's doing on Jai Middleton. And over the other one, Tom Cartledge, very vocal about how they had to get that really, really good start. And very aware of Campbell Fendick getting tagged by Cal Turner as well.
Good stuff from Scoot, boundary side for the Charcoal Kings.
Yeah, Fendick's he's had an impact on the game. Gus, he's been there at the right moments. So I think this Cal Turner's had a bit of the footy himself too, but I just think Fendick is so dangerous around those goals, and he kicked that one late, probably in the last 30 seconds of the game, to get in the quarter, and that means that's the difference. 18 points at the moment, 3-3-21. Kiewa Sandy Creek, just the 3 behind. So perfect conditions. Game's been a little bit scrappy in the middle part there, but I expect to see as both sides find a little bit of their rhythm, this game will really open up. So it'll be man up against Love to start the second quarter. We're doing it for Lawrence's Furniture One. Johnny and the team down there.
On you, Johnny.
Up we go. Ed Cartledge rips it out of the middle, kicks it, pumps it. It'll go inside forward 50. No, it doesn't. It's okay. It won't be far away. Kerry got it. Braden kicks it across goal, and it's, there's that man we spoke about, Fendick. Couldn't get it. Paddled it out nicely towards Connor Stone. He was tackled. He can't knock it out, and it'll be umpire Hughes says, good to me, fellas, we'll ball it up. We've gone 30 seconds, second quarter.
Kiewa Sandy Creek lead the Macjack Stacks inside 50s, 10-8. And they're inside 50 are the Bushrangers. Kick on goal. Doesn't quite have the accuracy from Connor Stone.
One sport man's attempted the mark. Connor Stone overran it. Well done by Man. Handball out now to Demizio. Kicks it under pressure towards half forward.
Downfield, Robbie.
Downfield free kick. It'll fall the way of Nick Beattie. Half forward centre wing. Kicks it long. If it stays in, it might sit. It won't. And out it goes over the boundary line. There's a little bit of argy-bargy, a little bit happening here.
It's our man Petsy.
Riley Petsy, they reckon he's a bit of a loose unit, and he's getting involved there at the moment.
What about Petsy, Robbie? He went to Queensland, unrelated to football, and left his jumper there.
He's one loose unit from all reports. He's got a bit of fire in the belly today, Petsy.
So we've played just under 2 minutes on the Jappo Donks time clock. Football comes back into play. Good work by Beattie in the ruck. Palms it down. Trickles towards the boundary line. The Bushies trying to keep it alive, but the umpire very happy to say we'll bring this one back into play.
The hairdo and the boundary umpire, Scotty Fraser for Charcoal Kings.
If someone in the Sandy Creek area is missing a peacock, I think we've found it.
It's on his head.
It's on his head.
It's on the boundary umpire's head, mate.
I'll tell you what, I'd kill for a head of hair like that. Here's a go.
No,
amongst the action is Surrey. He palms the football out, chasing it towards the boundary line. Well done by Cartledge. It's Ed. Ooh. Big collision. Tom and Ed Cartledge just throwing their weight around. That's what you like at this venue. Sandy Creek will bring the footy back into play via, what are we going to call the boundary umpire?
Oh, the feathers.
The feathers.
The man of feathers.
That's a serious dude.
In she goes. And it's tapped now towards Tommy Cartledge. And he might get pinged here. He will. So he's been pinged. A good tackle there from Josh Hicks combined with Jace Bartell. Gee, he knows this ground well. He's played some rattling games here. Bartell goes short. Chipping kick. Mark taken. Gee, I thought Ed Cartledge would take that one. Not Ed Cartledge. But the mark has been taken by our big man Connor Newnham. And he'll have a shot for goal. 35 out, Gussie, very tight angle.
We saw a lot of him in the ovens of Murray with the Wodonga Raiders, and the one knock on his game was his probably lack of consistency in front of goal, but there's every chance he'll kick this one because it's tough.
In he comes now, Connor Newnham, and he pushes it to the left-hand side, and it's knocked through for a minor score. So Sandy Creek get their first score of the quarter, 4 behinds. They trail Beechworth 3-4-22. 3.5 minutes gone. Second quarter for Lawrence's Furniture One.
And the Bushies play on from fullback and they come long down the line. Bit too much on it for Love, and diving back was Stevens. Umpire said nothing in it. Connor Stone has a go and gets amongst the action. Here's a go now for Surrey. Left foot kick in the Middleton direction's good. Middleton made a go of it. Fendick overran the football, but the Hawks have numbers. Good work by Josh Hicks. Goes in board and links up with the 1-2. Buckley Wilson amongst the action. Poor handball, and Fendick intercepts with the Bushrangers. Pumps it long down the line, but chopping it up nicely was Callum Turner. The Hawks mark and they switch the footy across to the far side.
Yeah, and a good grab taken by Scotty Bartell out there. So they went from one back flank to the other. And a chipping kick. Oh, an easy mark drop there by Ryan Wallace. He has a little bit of time to recover. Gets it to centre wing. Inboard kick. Oh, it's gone over the head of Mason Brown. Mopped up nicely there by Josh Hicks. Swinging handball. And it goes back to Andrew. Kicks it to half forward. Bouncing inside forward 50. Almost. There was Fendick. Was able to somehow release the ball. He didn't release the ball. In fact, he's been penalised. And the free kick is going to go the way of Kiewa Sandy Creek. And it might be Wallace there with it. He'll go short. Goes wide. Running onto it now, Dale Martin. Got rid of the ball. Great tackle. Oh, Tommy Cartledge, you little beauty, they say, the Beechworth supporters. That's what he's about, Gussie.
He's been lively early too, as Cartledge darts the eyes. Dangerous looking kick. Armstrong.
He looks a good in this bloke, Gussie.
Former Rosebud player. Kicks inboard to Love. It's dangerous. Man got amongst the action. Dale Martin head over the footy. Big tackle applied by Dane Carey. Caleb Beattie happy to throw his weight around and will ball the footy up right in front of Scotty Scooter Fraser for Charcoal Kings.
Tell you what, boys, Tom Cartledge, what he lacks in height, he's got in heart. That was a huge tackle there before.
Right in front of Scooter. He loves a bit of that stuff. Here's Scotty Bartell. If he gets onto this one, look out. No, well done. Nice work by Belchy. Clever kick to Fendick. Fendick has it. He looks at an option to go wide. He decides he'll chip it short to Middleton. Takes a good mark. He got a little bit of a shove. Might have put a bit of mayo on it. Middleton plays on, goes long down the line. In fact, he goes towards the top of the goal square. Running. Slams it through for his second. Beechworth have got 4, and they lead the qualifying final. 6 minutes into the second term by 4 goals. 4-4-28 to 4 behinds. Down boundary side for Charcoal Kings, Scotty Scooter Fraser.
Perfect example. If Buckley Wilson lets John Middleton get away, boys, there's no coming back. He'll take that ball and pump it forward.
Absolutely superb work from the Bushrangers. We might get you to chase up those Mac Jack inside 50s. I tell you what, Big Mac, I reckon the Beechworth Footy Club will be well and truly on top. Middleton showing his class, getting up towards the contest and just bombing it inside forward 50. 6 minutes 50 on the Jap O'Dong's time clock as the football comes back underway, and here come the Hawks via Andrew. Stopped at the crucial moment. Dale Martin's got a bit of work to do. Met by Braden Carey for the Bushrangers on the edge of the square, and will ball it up, Big Mac.
Well, surprisingly, Gus, Key will hold a slight advantage on the inside 50s.
Do they really?
It's just that efficiency. That Dane Carey, with those two goals, has been the difference so far.
On the Mac Jack stat sheet, good on you, Phil Packer, for signing up for the stats this afternoon. Here's a go for the Hawks. Head over the footy was Vogel. Couldn't quite be clean enough. The Bushrangers have numbers. They kick in the Carey direction. He couldn't quite make a go of it. Pinballing around. Umpire found a free kick for a high.
Yeah.
It's going to go the way of the I think.
Now handball's back to Andrew, and Andrew goes down the line, and kick goes over the head of Caleb Beattie. And the Bushies will be able to mop up here. And they do it through to Liam Stevens, who's been good. Kicks it to half forward. Mark wasn't taken. Chance here. Flynn Jacobson was flung around. And we've got an injury here. Scotty Fraser will go straight down to you for Charcoal Kings. Looks like Scotty Bartell or Jay's coming off, is it?
It is Scotty, mate. Looks like he's done something to his knee or his ankle. I'll get back to you.
Up in the ruck was McCarthy. Palmed it down. Copping a big whack there was Carey. Now he busts his way through the pack. Here's a go for Stevens.
Jeez,
trying to keep it alive. He's been really good, Robbie. The Inspirations Paint scoreboard, 28-4, lead the Beechworth Bushrangers. Spinning around his back, big high tackle. Brayden Carey's going to get a free kick here. It could have been on there, Big Mac, but both players. So we've got a lot of footy to play, so we'll leave it alone.
Geez, it was crude. It was Nathan Vogel, and a good grab taken by Lockie Armstrong, the boy from Rosebud. He goes short, he finds Middleton. How about that? Gold square, big pack, ball to ground. Good work last side of the fence there. Might have been Martin. And Connor Newnham has taken the mark at half-back. Handballs over the top to Dale Martin, and they're away here, Kiewa.
And they're going to look inboard. It's a nice-looking kick. It's Wallace, comes back inboard, switches the footy nicely. And Kiewa Sandy come broadcast side. Left foot kick down the line's okay. Tracking it back is Fendick. Couldn't quite do enough as Crouch up. Marks for Kiewa Sandy Creek. 55 from home.
Classic Kiewa footy, that.
Switching the footy nicely. They kick in the Newnham direction. 2-on-1. Connor Newnham doesn't quite have the sit. Wallace lurks. Needs to get a clean bounce. Doesn't quite get it. He lost his footing. Tracking this football is Tom Cartledge for the Bushrangers. Finds his right boot and kicks long down the line. Armstrong marks out in front. And this combination of Armstrong and Middleton is seriously dangerous for the Bushrangers.
The kick through the middle of the ground. He was looking for Ed Cartledge, who rebounded nicely. Got it on the second attempt. Chipped it to Belchy. Belchy goes one. Here's a chance for McCormick. The numbers back. Demizio read it well. The ball was almost jarred out. Now it comes back their way through Mason Brown. He's going to be clean. He's not. Good work there by Cartledge. It comes to the top of the goal square. Well, 20 metres out, and it's a real good mark taken there. And I'm just trying to pick up the player.
It might be Stevens, Robbie.
It could be Stevens. He's picking himself. Beechworth get their fifth, and they extend that lead out at the
Back.
Gussie, just quickly, I'll get some around-the-ground scores in the Ovens and Murray. Yarrawonga 44, Wangaratta 53. Wodonga 55, North Albury 26, Albury 34, Wangaratta Rovers 36, Myrtleford 66, Coral Glen 39.
Back into play live at Sandy Creek. Stone, hands on the Sharon, comes inboard to Stevens. I've liked his game today, Robbie. He kicks in the Middleton direction, long down the line. Jai makes a big contest, gets onto the other end of the football and toe pokes it forward. Inside forward 50 go the Bushrangers. They've got numbers. They link up via hand. It's Turner. Happy to take it across the boundary line with some assistance of Brenton Surrey. Who's caught your eye, boundary side? Scotty Fraser for Charcoal Kings.
So far, boys, I think he said Liam Stevens. He's popped up really good, and I think his height will be really good use later on in the day.
Yeah, him and Connor Stone's been fantastic on that wing too, getting a lot of the footy, been good with it as well. As we got another lockdown, half forward.
And of course,
Beechworth.
It is a really good ground to be a winger on Sandy Creek. They're quite wide, and if you're quick, Big Mac, you can get on top.
Room to move. So now the kick, inside forward 50 again, a hurried one from the clearance. It might have been Kerry again who tumbled that forward. So we boundary throw in. It's a good opportunity here for Beechworth. They lead it by 29 points. 15 minutes gone. On the Inspirations Paint scoreboard, it's a 29-point lead, and that's on the Jappo Donks time clock. Middleton got the tap. Here's a go, Connor Stone. Looking dangerous, fed the handball back magnificently to Lockie Armstrong, and he runs into an open goal and goes bang! Gee whiz, the Bushies are on fire. 6-4-40.
It's a point.
It's a point. Well, there you go. Mark, Gussie. Well, there you go. Lockie Armstrong, a minor score. Take it away, Gus. That margin's back to 30 points.
So almost 16 minutes gone. Second quarter for Johnny Lawrence and Furniture One. And Demizio plays on from full-back and pumps the ball long down the line. It's in the Carney direction. He brings it to ground level. Head over the football was Hicks. Handball's back in towards the middle. Wallace left it behind, and Cartledge come through like the Southern Aurora. Picked it up nicely and wrapped up in a big tackle by Bartel. And there's no love lost between these two sides. We'll have the footy balled up on the edge of the centre square, broadcast side. Right in front of both sets of supporters who are starting to get vocal at Sandy Creek. Belchy left the football behind. Love toe poked it forward. Here's a go for Cartledge, wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire said you had a prior opportunity. And we'll ball the footy up as Caleb Beattie dives on top of the contest.
Yeah, it's tough. It's been a little bit scrappy, but you just get the feeling that this second half could really bust open. Connor Stone, magnificent pick-up. He was tackled, and he's incorrect disposal. So great tackle there from Ryan Wallace. And he has it at half-back centre wing for Kiewa Sandy Creek. He goes wide. Little chip kick. Jason Bartel. We haven't seen Scotty Bartel return. Clubroom side of the ground.
Newnham wants it deep.
17 minutes gone. Beattie kicks long, inside forward 50. Oh, Newnham went up. Unrealistic. Gee whiz. But the only thing he didn't do was put a saddle on him. He had the whip out. He had the lot ready to go, Gus. And the free kick's going to go by the Bushrangers at halfback. They're doing it in style. They lead it by 30 points.
It could have been an As-I-Nussa mark of the day, but there was one problem. They didn't mark it. Here's a go for Croucher. Croucher steadies it, bends back, and it hits the stick. Jordan Croucher. It was bending like a Robbie McKinlay right arm medium pacer, just curving back nicely to the right hander, but it hit the stick.
Waiting to be hit, Gus.
And Kiewa Sandy Creek, Robbie, are yet to score a goal. The Hawks 0-6 to Beechworth 5-5 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. First quarter action thanks to Johnny Lawrence and Furniture One as Cartledge plays on from full.
Mark. Oh, dished out there, picked up by Dane Carey. That'll be a free kick.
Was it tunnelling?
Tunnelling, I reckon it is, and it's going to go the way of Kiewa Sandy Creek, and it'll be Jordan Croucher,
who's been lively across the last couple of minutes, Robbie. And
his old man was a sharpshooter, Lindsay.
Where did he play his craft?
Back here for the Hawks, and he was very, very and Kiewa are still yet to crack it for a goal.
Jack Demizio looking a little bit more lively on the Mac Jack stat sheet. He's had 3 disposals since the 10-minute mark. Ball comes back in from fullback. And the Beechworth Bushrangers are going to bring the footy long down the line. Calling for it is Stone. He flies high. Beatty made a contest, then palms it out to Bartel, who concedes, and it goes out of bounds through a boundary throw in. 50 metres out, and we'll go boundary side. Scotty Scooter Fraser for Charcoal Kings.
A big lift is needed by the Hawks forwards from here to the end of the quarter, boys, because they are looking pretty lazy.
Boundary umpire brings it back into play. Good work in the ruck by Mann, who's starting to get on top. And we'll ball the footy up on the edge of the 50. So at the 19, or 20 seconds to go before we hit the 20-minute mark, Kiewa Sandy Creek need a goal, and they need one quick. Dale Martin's going to have something to say about that, but the umpire said free kick on the footy. And the free kick's going to go the way of the big ruckman, Paddy McCarthy, who sends it long down the line.
Yeah, Cartledge got the handball off McCarthy, and it goes to centre wing, and Armstrong couldn't keep it in. He was at about 2 or 3 opponents on him then. So 20 minutes gone right on the knock-up. 35-7, so 7 behind Kiewa Sandy Creek. Boundary umpire flicks it back in. Feeding out the back, looking for a few little scraps there. Defend Dick, but he's too tight to the boundary, Gus, and that's where it's going to be. Get flung back in, clubroom side of the ground. They'll be getting afternoon tea there ready before the boundary umpire throws it back in.
They do a good spread here at Sandy Creek, Big Mac.
I had a little luncheon there with him already today.
Oh,
sorry to tell you about that.
Went missing in action for half an hour. That's where he went. So Beechworth hold a 34-point lead at the 21-minute mark of the second quarter.
They've done this well, Gus. Beechworth haven't allowed Kiewa to get it out at the stoppage because that's where they can kill you.
Collins is lurking at the back of the contest here for the Hawks. Wants to get a quick feed. It's pinballing around. Scotty Fraser for Charcoal Kings. Time, 22 minutes gone on the Japo Donks time clock.
There we go. McCarthy, been all right. Couldn't clear it, but once again, it has just been camped here on this centre wing area in front of the club rooms, probably for the last couple of minutes. So if you just joined us, 35-7. Hope you're enjoying a magnificent day here. Advantage rule, play on. Good work there. Jay kicks the ball, doesn't quite get inside forward 50. Nice work there from Brent Ryan, who left the ground earlier in the day. He's back on, and Petts has applied a very strong tackle there. Riley Petts, he's just returned home from a sortie to Queensland. Might have left a bit of his gear up there, didn't leave. He just left a lot of gear up there, but he's home.
Property manager not thrilled with his work, Big Mac.
Described by the president of Beechworth as a very loose unit. Bartel kicks it inside forward 50. Good grab, Newnham. Good grab, Newnham. Brent Ryan couldn't get a fist on it. And gee whiz, they need.
In the back line there, should have been a pretty easy clearance, but so just must have missed the ball.
So Connor Newnham kicked one behind today. He's going to kick it from about 40 metres directly in front. Stuttering approach. In now. Looks okay off the boot. He's got the journey, but he's pushed it to the left-hand side. So the 8th consecutive point to the Hawks, and they trail 8-35. Gussie?
Danger signs here. Bartel palms it back inboard. Wrapped up in a big tackle. Peels a free kick from Jake Hicks. Umpire says we'll ball it up. So Cartledge a little bit sloppy there. And Beechworth really need a lockdown here. Don't allow the Hawks to kick a goal. I reckon Newnham might have given away a free kick there. Umpire said there's nothing in it. And we'll ball the footy up once again. The likes of Surrey working overtime alongside Cartledge. And going up in the ruck is going to be McCarthy. Taps it in towards space. Missed the contest. did crouch up, and we'll ball it up once again. So great to have your company. TDFL finals live from Sandy Creek. Newnham's going up in the ruck against McCarthy. Give it to Newnham. Good punch in towards space. Here's a go for Bartel. Can't quite keep it alive. And he's flung across the boundary line. Is Wallace, and we'll bring the football back into play. 24 minutes gone on the Jappo Dongs time clock. Second quarter action for Johnny Lawrence's Furniture One.
22-16 inside forward 50s, Gus, in favour of Kiewa Sandy Creek. Just have not made them pay. They've kicked 8 straight behinds. And that's the situation we've got now. Ball spills free. Croucher again. High up and under. He might mark his own footy here. He almost did. But it was good work there by Cade Surrey. Made sure the ball got out over the boundary line. It'll be flung back into play.
40 seconds to go.
Around about 40 seconds to go. I'll give you 20 seconds, my best, and it'll be the Gussie McLeod. I'll just bring you home to half-time.
Might have to make it 40, Big Mac, the way these stoppages are going.
In she goes. Can Kiewa Sandy Creek grab a late by the Beechworth Bushrangers. A 35 to 8. Beechworth lead it.
And that 8, Robbie, is Kiewa Sandy Creek 0-8.
Yes.
Appeals for a free kick here. It's going to be paid the way of Carey.
This had hurt if they got one here late, Gus.
For the Bushrangers. Coming off the half-back flank is the vice-captain in Melsom. Kicks long down the line. Middleton was the target. Had a bit too much on it for him. And it trickles across the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. Just forward of true centre wing, favouring the Bushrangers. On the entrance wing here of Sandy Creek Recreation Reserve, and doesn't it look an absolute treat? Back into play. Mann's in the ruck and he palms it down. It's about 15 metres. We'll bring the football back into play once again. Scotty Fraser for Charcoal Kings. The Beechworth defensive line has been superb.
Exactly, mate. And on the ball, Jake Hicks for Kiewa has been a bit quiet recently, and that's because Finn Jacobson is absolutely wearing him like a glove.
There we go. Back in it comes. They might be asked to throw that one back in again. They will be.
We'll have to get feathers on that side.
Little fellow there. He's doing a mighty job. And that's a beauty. And she goes. Man got the tap. Ooh, almost a free kick there against Belchie. Through traffic, Jack McDonald was okay. Handball comes away now off Josh Hicks. Can they get one late here? Across the ground they go. Demizio, take it and go. Connor Stone might run him down. He'll have to hurry up. Demizio kicks long. They've got numbers back. A swing and a miss by Surrey, but it's okay. They get away with one there. And that is the halftime siren we hear in the background. Completes the first half of action here at qualifying final day at Sandy Creek. Beechworth, 5-5-35. They lead Kiewa Sandy Creek 8 behinds. And Gus, we did that one for Johnny Lawrence and the boys down at Lawrence's Furniture One. And the Bushrangers are just making the most of every opportunity.
They certainly are. We'll take a break and bring you the halftime show on the other side. You're listening to the TDFL Finals, and you're watching the TDFL Finals, where you won't miss a thing.
The CadMac Winter Catalogue is out now with low finance rates across the entire range from the brands you know and love. New Holland, JCB, Toro and McHale. Contact your local CadMac team in Wodonga or Wagga today.
The team at DTD Engineering in Thurgoona loves steel fabrication. They do it every day for businesses all across the border region, and they'll do it for you too. You name it, they fabricate it. From stainless and mild steel work to structural steel work. Difficult fabrication and installation projects, they love those too. And DTD does it all, from quote to paint to deliver. DTD Engineering Thurgoona and dtdeng.com.au. Proud sponsors of the Chiltern Swans Football Club.
The moment you step inside Build Pro Lavington, you'll feel it. 100% unadulterated customer love. It's how they do things at Build Pro. From their service to their stock, you'll love their range of Austral bricks. Austral's been making bricks for over 100 years, and Build Pro are the only local distributor. So for customer love and the best range of bricks and pavers, see Build Pro.
Way to go, Build Pro.
Dallinger Road, Lavington.
drag it, drop it, crop it, play it, write it, space it, and erase it. Drag
Need a computer that won't crash? Need your Wi-Fi turbocharged? Need better data backup? Whatever you need your computer to do, Wangaratta Computers will help you do it better. Because that's what we do best. And we can do it in-store or at your home. So get your tech working better at wangarattacomputers.com.au.
Play it, write it, space it, and erase it.
The team at DTD Engineering in Thurgoona loves steel fabrication. They do it every day for businesses all across the border region. And they'll do it for you too. You name it, they fabricate it. From stainless and mild steel work to structural steel work. Difficult fabrication and installation projects, they love those too. And DTD does it all, from quote to paint to deliver. DTD Engineering Thurgoona and dtdeng.com.au. Proud sponsors of the Chiltern Swans Football Club.
The moment you step inside Build Pro Lavington, you'll feel it. 100% unadulterated customer love. It's how they do things at Build Pro. From their service to their stock, you'll love their range of Austral bricks. Austral's been making bricks for over 100 years, and Build Pro are the only local distributor. So for customer love and the best range of bricks and pavers, see Build Pro.
Way to go, Build Pro.
Dallinger Road, Lavington.
The CAD-MAC Winter Catalogue is out now with low finance rates across the entire range from the brands you know and love. New Holland, JCB, Toro and McHale. Contact your local CAD-MAC team in Wodonga or Wagga today.
Welcome back to Sandy Creek. Great to have your company and the halftime show. Thanks to the Shed Company. Great to have them on board. Proud supporters of the Midi United Football and Netball clubs and us here broadcasting the TDFL finals. The only word we can really say at present, gents, is wow. Gus McLeod, Scotty Scooter Fraser and Robbie McKinlay with you.
It is a wow moment, thinking that Kiewa Sandy Creek wouldn't have a goal registered at half time. But credit to the Bushrangers, mate. They have just been relentless. The tackle count is just huge for Beechworth, and more importantly, it's happened at the stoppages. They just haven't let Kiewa release like they normally do. They've got a couple of players that get on the outside and get running, and that Kiewa footy just hasn't existed much for that first half.
No, you're absolutely right, Scoot. And I think what we're seeing is Beechworth are capitalising on their opportunities. You look at Kiewa Sandy Creek, they've kicked the 8 behinds. I'll be brutally honest, I think Connor Newnham should have at least kicked that one he had 35 metres out directly in front. He should have drilled that one. That was a little bit tough, but Crouch has kicked 3 behinds. Hicks has kicked the points, and Newnham's kicked 2. They're not making life easy for him going inside 50.
And I think it's because the Kiewa forwards aren't working hard enough. When you look at the inside 50s, yeah, they've got a heap there, but the opportunities, and whether it's Beechworth's backman, they're doing a great job. But the flip side is Beechworth have had more inside 50 marks than Kiewa, and that's the thing. They've got to work harder to get to the ball so they can have more shots at goal.
Yeah, I agree with you, Scoot. The coaching staff of Kiewa Sandy Creek would be really disappointed with the efforts of their forwards. Their defensive side of the ground just hasn't been good enough. And the other thing we made mention of doing that halfway through that quarter, what Beechworth have done really well.
Exactly, and it's probably started. I love that big body of Paddy McCarthy.
Yep.
He's just getting into every contest. The ball's come into ground and they just swamp it. I just think if Jack Neal's not in there right now putting a rocket up Connor Newnham, he hasn't played bad, but
Yep.
I just think he just needs to be that more experienced forward could be well in Beechworth's favour to run away with it.
And the other thing I think has really been a great advantage for Beechworth has been the form of some of the players you don't hear a lot about. Like the two that come to mind for me are Connor Stone and Liam Stevens. They've been fantastic, Scoot, haven't they? Like Stevens has given a chop out with the tall man stakes, and Connor Stone, I think he's been as clever as anyone on the ground today. He's really handled the ball well, and he's just look. He had a little bit of taste of Ovens and Murray experience with Wangaratta at times, and he's just shown that a little bit of ability when he's got the footy. He's been really good with it. It goes to the right area.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what you want in a final, because you know Beechworth know that Jack Neal's going to put up Carey, Surrey, these blokes.
Yep.
There's blokes that get either tagged or that's your job today, but you add to that list Riley Petts. They're just getting in and doing those little things in and under, a good little bump off the ball. And they've just been tough. And as we mentioned this morning on the all-rounders, they made mention of Kiewa being thugs a few weeks ago. They've counteracted that today. There's been a bit of argy-bargy by Zach Collins and Nathan Vogel, and they've retaliated with just some
respond. We are potentially looking at maybe another 4 or 5 goal onslaught, but once teams get into that sort of party time mode, Beechworth look like a football side. If they can get the football into the hands of Armstrong and Middleton going inside 40, they could really pile on some goals.
Exactly, and we've already seen Cal Turner moved off Campbell Fendick, so and that's probably a fitness thing too. It just looks like Cam just kept running and running and running. So if he goes through another opponent, well, to their runners, they're back in this game within 3 or 4 kicks.
Yeah, I agree, Scoot. I think Kiewa, what they have done, they've shown they've had enough of the balls inside forward 50, right? So they're getting a bit of the ball. They just haven't been smart with it, and they haven't worked hard enough. So almost been lazy and expecting something to happen. Well, they've got to come out and make it happen. Their first 10 minutes of the third quarter will really determine how this game's going to go. They've got it in them to come out and kick 3 goals in this first 10 minutes, and if they can do that, you look at that scoreboard, and all of a sudden it's under 10 points, and they're a really big chance.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm pretty sure Jack Neal will be in there right now, calling on those more experienced heads just to make sure. Look, to be honest, I'd go back to a forward. Like we said earlier, the Duns Twin City Cranes flags over there are hardly even moving, so there's no advantage to anyone for this second half at the moment. If the wind picks up later and might favour one team or the other, we'll just have to wait, but it's just that first 5 minutes. I think Nick Beattie, Jack Andrew, and more than anything, I think if Jason Bartel can get on the end of a few, his delivery into Connor Noonan is just, it's just amazing. So I'd really like to see that, and that means that Kiewa Sandy Creek are going to be back in the game pretty quickly.
Half-time, thanks to the Shed Company. If you haven't already checked them out, check them out at their brand new location on Osborne Street, Wodonga. Go and see Gab Gray. I think she might even be out playing netball. Gab, she's the coach of Midda United. I think they're playing at present, and there was a big before, which we'll bring you very, very shortly. But TDNA netball absolutely flying here as well. We just saw Midda and Thaguna play a thrilling contest where Midda United claimed a 4-goal victory over a very, very strong Thaguna outfit in the B-grade netball, with an A-grade netball score coming shortly as well, gents.
And Gussie, just while we're at it, we'll around the ground for the Ovens and Murray round 18. Wangaratta are back in front, 60 to Yarrawonga 50. Wodonga, they're going to make it 4 in a row, 85 lead North Albury. For them, Myrtleford, after starting very slowly, have really wound up, and they currently lead Coral Glen 89 to 55, and Lavington, just starting to get on top of Wodonga Raiders 67 to 44. So at that stage, Gus, on those results, Myrtleford and Wangaratta Rovers will grab 4th and 5th spot.
Absolutely. And if you just joined the broadcast here at Sandy Creek, we're in the halftime show. Thanks to the Shed Company and Beechworth, they lead 5-5. 35 to the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks 0-8-8. That's the thing that's not so alarming. The margin is not that much. The 3 or 4 goals and Kiewa Sandy Creek are back in this. It's all going to depend on the start, though, Big Mac, isn't it?
Well, it does. The ball's in their court, and Scooter said it. Jack Neal must be in there just pleading for him. You'll see. Of years gone by, Kiewa Sandy Creek, they come out in this third quarter and they really apply. We've seen it so many times, Scooter. You've seen it these first week of finals. You don't ride teams off any stage because momentum's a big thing. We know what they can do if they get running. It's in them. Can they bring it out?
Exactly. If Josh Hicks gets loose of Finn Jacobson again early, it's game on. But I tell you what, there's some great Beechworth contributors that are certainly, they won't run out of legs. And here we were thinking they were just mud runners a few weeks ago. They are full of run.
We'll take a break. The halftime show for the Shed Company done and dusted. On the other side of the break, the third quarter's coming your way. It's the TDFL Finals live from Sandy Creek, where you won't miss a thing.
The CAD-MAC Winter Catalogue is out now, with low finance rates across the entire range, from the brands you know and love. New Holland, JCB, Toro and McHale. Contact your local CAD-MAC team in Wodonga or Wagga today.
The team at DTD Engineering in Thurgoona loves steel fabrication. They do it every day for businesses all across the border region, and they'll do it for you too. You name it, they fabricate it. From stainless and mild steel work to structural steel work. Difficult fabrication and installation projects, they love those too. And DTD does it all, from quote to paint to deliver. DTD Engineering Thurgoona and dtdeng.com.au. Proud sponsors of the Chiltern Swans Football Club.
The moment you step inside Build Pro Lavington, you'll feel it. 100% unadulterated customer love. It's how they do things at Build Pro. From their service to their stock, you'll love their range of Austral bricks. Austral's been making bricks for over 100 years, and Build Pro are the only local distributor. So for customer love and the best range of bricks and pavers, see Build Pro.
Way to go, Build Pro.
Dallinger Road, Lavington.
Drag it, drop it, crop it, play it, write it, space it, and erase it. Drag
Need a computer that won't crash? Need your Wi-Fi turbocharged? Need better data backup? Whatever you need your computer to do, Wangaratta Computers will help you do it better. Because that's what we do best. And we can do it in-store or at your home. So get your tech working better at wangarattacomputers.com.au.
write it, space it, and erase it.
The team at DTD Engineering in Thurgoona loves steel fabrication. They do it every day for businesses all across the border region, and they'll do it for you too. You name it, they fabricate it. From stainless and mild steel work to structural steel work. Difficult fabrication and installation projects, they love those too. And DTD does it all, from quote to paint to deliver. DTD Engineering Thurgoona and dtdeng.com.au. Proud sponsors of the Chiltern Swans Football Club.
The moment you step inside Build Pro Lavington, you'll feel it. 100% unadulterated customer love. It's how they do things at Build Pro. From their service to their stock, you'll love their range of Austral bricks. Austral's been making bricks for over 100 years, and Build Pro are the only local distributor. So for customer love and the best range of bricks and pavers, see Build Pro.
Way to go, Build Pro.
Dallinger Road, Lavington.
The CAD-MAC Winter Catalogue is out now with low finance rates across the entire range from the brands you know and love. New Holland, JCB, Toro and McHale. Contact your local CAD-MAC team in Wodonga or Wagga today.
And welcome back to the 2022 Duns Twin City Cranes Tallangatta District Final Series, brought to you by O&M Live and 1494 2AY. Thanks to our broadcast partners, Japo Donks, Lewis Dixon Homes. Great to have them on board. As well as Bridge Road Brewers, proud supporters of the Beechworth Footy Club, Big Mac. A couple of nice little ales do the crew down at Bridge Road.
Turn the Bridge Road might be a popular drop in Beechworth tonight, the way things are panning out just at the moment, but there's a long way to go. And a short time to get there for Kiewa Sandy Creek, but who knows, Gussie?
Who knows indeed. Alessandro Belchi has gone deep for Beechworth to start the third quarter, thanks to Wiesners of Walla Walla and Wodonga. And we're underway with Robbie McKinlay, Gus McLeod and Scotty Scooter Fraser. It's the TDFL finals.
Man got the first tap. It's going to work out its way out the back to Andrew. It was clever. Jed got a handball to Demizio. Thumping. Grab. A bit of a tight angle. He's going to kick it from around about 35-40 metres out. And it just can be a bit tricky that side of the ground, but there's not a breath of wind, Gus. Look at those flags on the...
There's nothing, absolutely still. And this is
big kick.
Potentially be the perfect start for Kiewa Sandy Creek. They need their big full forward to step up.
40 seconds into the second half. Connor Newnham comes in, kick on the way. They get their first, the Hawks. They didn't kick a goal in the first half, and they get their first goal of the game within 40 seconds of the second half. It's 1-8-14, Kiewa Sandy Creek. They tail Beechworth 5-5-35, and that is on the Commercial Club scoreboard. That's what they needed, Gussie.
They certainly did. Boundary side for Charcoal Kings, Scooter Fraser.
Well, we said they were capable of that, but they need 4 more of them.
So the margin back to 21 points, and that's what we were talking about in the halftime show, thanks to the Shed Company. It's not that big a margin. 4 kicks and the Hawks are back in front. 90 seconds gone, third quarter, thanks to Japo Donks. Working hard to keep that one alive is Cartledge. Makes a big contest. Trying to keep it alive, umpire says we'll ball the footy up. Jack Demizio with an early Mac Jack disposal.
Next goal's massive for momentum here, Gus.
It's huge. Man was thrown out of the ruck, but Surrey got the ball inside forward 50. Hit Armstrong on the shins. Here's a go. Kick on goal. It looks pretty good off the boot. Has it got the legs? You bet it has. Campbell Fendick's got 2. And what a big response that is from the Bushrangers.
Yeah, Scooter Fraser for Charcoal Kings, mate. That is exactly what you need. That's a great reply. What a goal, what a player.
And how did it come about? A big gang tackle by the Bushrangers at half forward, and bang, away you go.
So the margin's back out to 27 points, and I wouldn't say it's a dagger for Kiewa Sandy Creek, but they've certainly got another mountain to climb here, Robbie. They've got to get 2 or 3 in a row.
And yeah, that's the class of Cam Fendick. Just playing on the ball there. He just gets forward. He puts himself in the right spots. That was a great finish from close on 50 metres out. And good work too. Brenton Surrey set it up in the middle of the ground. Just some tough work. Now here go the Hawks again. Jay kicks with clear through traffic. Kicks it long. Connor Newnham chest mark.
Great.
30 out directly in front. Gee whiz, what a start to the third quarter, Scotty Fraser. This could be the third goal in 2 minutes.
Very, very hot footy, and good to see Jake Hicks actually get on the board. We haven't had a stat from him for a while.
Yeah, I think there might have been a few rockets fired at that change room at half time. So Newnham, this is the one. This is the quick reply to the quick reply from Beechworth. Newnham, 30 out directly in front to get the margin back, and Newnham straight as a barrel over the goal umpire's hat, and the margin does come back to 21 points. Newnham gets his second of the quarter. 2-8-20 Kiewa Sandy Creek trail Beechworth 6-5-41.
Great use of the body there by, of course, big Connor Newnham. He outworked his opponent, used his strength quite well, and let the ball fall into his lap. But what I'm liking, early signs, Scoot, in this third quarter, thanks to Wiesner's, it's a much more open contest compared to the first quarter.
And that's it, after the centre bounce, they're getting those clearances, a quick handball out, which is making space. And while I got you boys, it looks like Scotty Bartell is either in the dressing gown or has showered and changed.
Back live, here's a go for the Hawks. They go inside forward 50 via Hicks to the top of the goal square. Lurking around the contest, the Hawks have numbers. Making a go of that was Crowther. Clears defensive lines, man goes high, McCarthy makes a contest. Bartell for Kiewa Sandy Creek wants to find an option. It's Demizio, so he retreats to links up with the man they call Racker. You can't miss today, Robbie, in those wheels.
And he will drive it long, Gussie. Gee, look at the kick. That is 60 metres. Pumping kick. Oh, almost taken. Base of the pack. Good work there. Looked like it might have been Angus Parker. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Parker. It's another Beechworth player at the bottom of the pack there. And they locked it away. It'll be balled up. Very close situation. It was Tommy Cartley doing the hard work down there. The tap. Wallace lurks. Shoveled out the handball, swing and a miss by Cade Surrey. Eventually kicks it off the ground towards the boundary. Coming through hard there. Nice and tough work with Tommy Cartledge. Kicks it to centre wing, but man, you either take a mark, you'll get a free kick here, Gus, for Kiewa Sandy Creek. Centre wing, they trail by 21 points.
Might even be Carney, is it? Gets the kick back in board. The Hawks, there's man.
That's our man.
Very good cricketer as well. Is Tristan Mann, applies his craft out at Deterang in the cricket circles. Former Albury Tiger. Kicks inside forward 50. Newnham's the target. Doesn't have to sit, but he smashes through the pack. Wallace lurks, wants to find it in some space. Ducks his head back into a contest. The kick on goal from Croucher is across the face. Out of bounds on the full. Won't trouble the scorers. And on the Commercial Club Albury scoreboard, Beechworth, they lead 6-5-41 to Kiewa Sandy Creek. 2-8-20 as we go to boundary side. Scooter Fraser for Charcoal Kings.
Oh, I missed that shot at goal, boys. I had a lyrebird in front of me, but some more changes on the bench here for Beechworth.
Scoot, can you tell our listeners and viewers that may have just tuned in what the lyrebird is?
The lyrebird, or the peacock, is the funkiest boundary umpire I've ever seen. There's more colour on his head than a rainbow.
Sensational stuff. Andrew, Jack, he couldn't work it out. Get the clearance for Kiewa Sandy Creek. And we're just checking those inside 50s, lads, updated from our good man Benny Black. 30-18 in favour of Kiewa Sandy Creek. So there you go. Here we go. They might be a chance again. Bartell slipped a nice handball to Beattie. Caleb Beattie goes short and finds Nick Beattie. He goes short and he finds Hicks, who thought about moving. That's Jake Hicks, and I think he got the word, said, go back and kick the goal.
That's good footy. That's Kiewa Sandy Creek footy starting to show here, Robbie. And really good, smart play from Hicks. Could have blazed away, but sensed the opportunity. 40 metres out, slide angle. Big game, big play. Needs to go back and drill it.
Yeah, just a few little options starting to open up.
Absolutely.
Here for Kiewa Sandy Creek. Anyway, this is a big kick on the way by Jakey Hicks. He's going to have to kick it from around about 4. There, picked up by Wallace, snapped over his shoulder, top of the goal square. Newnham couldn't take the chest mark. Here's Croucher, fed the handball back to Josh Hicks, tackled, he's in trouble, he's gone. Great tackle, half back there. Well, Tommy Cartledge, who was involved, he was one of them, and I think the free kick is going to go the way of Tommy Cartledge. Gussie, no, it's going to go the way of, looks like Brenton Surrey.
Kicks long down the line, contest, big fly from Mann, got a fist, out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Jake Hicks had to go back and have that shot, Gussie.
that too.
Yeah, he gets the distance from there.
Either
Go
that
back
or
and
he's
kick it.
potentially worried about a hamstring or something of the likes. Boundary throw in back into play. Man, good work in the ruck against McCarthy. Made a contest. On top of this one is Josh Hicks. And we'll ball the footy up.
They're in the game, Gus. They're back in the game.
They are. They just need 1 or 2 goals and to really nullify Beechworth. We'll get Beechworth's inside 50s on the Mac Jack stat sheet.
Yeah, they're only 18. So Kiewa Sandy Creek with 31, Gus.
Absolutely dominating. Dale Martin's got some work to do. Coming off the square nicely was Carney. Made a contest. Fendick locks horns with Dale Martin. The 1-2 with Fendick as he goes in the Middleton direction. Middleton got a push late. Umpire said nothing in it. Buckley Wilson for the Hawks finds his right boot. Like a machine, kicks inside forward 50, good fly from Wallace, lurking, trying to keep it alive is Croucher. And Kiewa Sandy Creek save a goal scoring opportunity from the Bushrangers to get the football deep inside forward 50.
Boys, we're going to have some fresh legs. Dane Carey and Willem Love have been waiting here to go on for about the last 6 minutes. As I say that, Dane Carey's on now for Cartledge.
All right, boundary throw in. Kiewa Sandy Creek sits 30 out from their goal. They trail it by 21 points. Well, might be a whistle on play. No, play on's a call by Nick Beattie. And it will be absolutely heaven sent today. 19 degrees. As Surrey kicks it down the line. That's a pretty clever looking kick. It just keeps rolling and rolling, and it goes out on centre wing. Gussie, we have gone 9.5 minutes in the third quarter, doing it for Wiesners. And on the scoreboard, which is Commercial Club all over it, it's 41-20, 21-point lead to Beechworth.
Great to have you company. TDFL finals. Thanks to our broadcast partners, Watters and Lewis Dixon Holmes. Kick down the line was okay from Jacobson. Making a contest is Braden Carey. Can he keep it alive? Umpire says yes. Joining in the action now is Collins for Kiewa Sandy Creek. Big tackle applied and we'll ball it up as the clock ticks over the 10-minute mark in the third quarter. Thanks to Wiesners on the Japo Donks time clock.
17... right in front of the scoreboard, the Commercial Club scoreboard this quarter. 21-point lead to Beechworth. 2 goals to Dane Carey, 1 to Ed Cartledge, couple to Cam Fendick, 1 to Jai Middleton, and 2 goals to Connor Newnham, the only 2 goals that Kiewa Sandy Creek have kicked, and they came at the 1st and the 3rd minute mark of this quarter. Free kick, going to go the way of the Bushies.
For a ruck infringement, Robbie, looks like it's going to go the way of McCarthy.
Big Paddy McCarthy's got it, Gussie, and he'll be able to pump it inside forward 50.
Not a beautiful kick of the football traditionally, but that one's pretty good. It's a high up and under into the hole. Middleton backs back, doesn't get much support. Here's Fendick, snaps across the body. Doesn't quite have the accuracy across the face for a minor score. You can see why he polled third in the Barton medal. Campbell Fendick, he's a serious player, Scoot.
Yeah, very few possessions, but he's got a lot of quality about it. Boys, Willem Love is still standing on the interchange waiting for Paddy McCarthy to come off for a rest.
Paddy's enjoying it out there, I think, Scott. He's no hurry. This might be his chance here. He's working his way across now. Demizio plays on, kicks, not a great one. That was his 19th possession. The kick was okay to Mann, who pinpointed one nicely to Dale Martin, who's starting to come into the game a bit. They're just starting to get a little bit of run here. Jackie McDonald has it. Midfield. Oh, dear me. He didn't read that one. Well, they've got away with it. Okay, Martin got out of trouble. Mann had to handball to Demizio. Demizio tracks it, handballed it off. Might be involved in a 1-2 here. He won't. They'll bring the ball back through the middle of the ground. Kick's going to be good, Gus, and it is. And Martin has marked it for about his 4th possession in the last minute.
He's been very good in the third quarter. Former Dedarang Mount Beauty and Albury Tiger. Dale Martin inside 50. Newnham's the target. Backing back nicely was Ryan. Here's a go for Wallace. Missed the footy. The Hawks' third goal and a much-needed one. And that might just be enough to swing the momentum as the Hawks kick back-to-back goals. Scotty Scooter Fraser for Charcoal Kings.
couple of queries here. Looks like Riley Pett's come off with a bit of cramp, and Angus Parker's carrying a bit of a shoulder injury for the Bushrangers as Kiewa get their third goal.
Yeah, we just saw Jakey Hicks there, who had decided to pass off inside forward 50 and about 5 minutes ago, Gussie, and then which didn't turn out really good for Kiewa. On that occasion, he composed himself, set himself, and kicked a beautiful finish there.
He swapped boots at half-time too, Robbie. How's that?
So centre clearance is 9-4 in favour of Kiewa Sandy Creek. So a lot of stats are going their way, mate. Croucher didn't have the footy. Play on was a call. He still stays over the ball. Good work there by Surrey. Tough, hard work coming through there was Cartledge. Ed, now it spills free. Here he comes, Belchy, through traffic, did well. Left foot kick in towards half forward. Good grab. Lockie Armstrong. He sees Middleton. It'll go over his head. And Cal Turner just sweeping across halfback. Read it magnificently. He was going to go short. He decides to go long. It's a pretty good option. And he's got Bartel.
And the Hawks,
Wallace.
The Hawks. Ball the footy up.
Croucher was all on his own. Carney takes that mark, Gus. Croucher was all on his own in forward 50. Different game.
TDFL footy, thanks to our broadcast partners, Bridge Road Brewers and Jappo Donks. On the edge of the square, dispossessed of the footy was Belchy. And it's going to be a free kick going the way of Kiewa Sandy Creek.
And it is Ryan Wallace, he himself has injected himself into the game. Kicks it long. Newnham's on a long lead from behind. Nice work there. Knocked over the boundary line by Cade Surrey. It'll be thrown in 25 metres around from the Kiewa Sandy Creek goal. They are making a little bit of progress this quarter. They trail by 16 points after Beechworth took a, what was it, Gussie, a 27-point lead.
30-point lead at one stage.
Into half-time. So the ball came back in, out over the back. Dangerous situation here, but Beechworth are able to lock it down. It's not. It's going to be a free kick. So they've been penalised for sitting over the ball. Might have been, was it Surrey or Eddie Cartledge there? And the free kick is going to come the way of Hicks. I think it looks like Josh Hicks.
It's a free kick against Ed Cartledge here, Robbie, and I couldn't quite tell you what for.
It was holding the ball, boys. Umpire Grant Steed did give it for holding the ball.
Okay, there you go. So a free kick for holding the footy and a big opportunity here for Kiewa.
Yeah, Josh Hicks, his first touch this quarter, we believe. Comes in, left foot kick, and has drilled it.
The other, wasn't it? I can confirm, boys, Scotty Bartel. No socks, no boots. He's in his training shirt, and it looks like he's grabbed at his hamstring a couple of times. So not good news for the running brigade of the Hawks.
Oh, we better start talking. That stuff will come through the broadcast. 10-point ball game. TDFL footy at its best. Belchy with a left foot kick and a high up and under, and he kicks towards true centre half forward. Demizio left it behind. Love in the ruck, made a good contest. And providing a good option is Jack McDonald. And he makes a good contest here. Wallace needs to get clean possession, gets it on the edge of the square, kicks towards centre half forward. Here's a go for Hicks if he can get clean possession. Finds it with a dish. Martin wanted it, didn't quite get it. We'll ball the footy up at true centre half forward. TDFL footy at its absolute best. It's a 10-point lead, favouring the Beechworth Bushrangers, thanks to the Commercial Club.
They've kicked 4 of the 5 goals this quarter, Gussie. As Brenton Surrey, left foot kick, he's been one of the best for Beechworth today. Tumble the ball to the midfield. Here's a chance now. Real good go here. Dylan Pritchard runs onto it. Inside 50. Kick on the way. Tricky old bounce. Kick off the ground. Swing and a miss. Here's a go. Wilson. Buckley Wilson sees it out over the... Scoring a bit, Beechworth?
It looks... Can you hear me, boys?
We got you, Scoot.
Yeah, so it just looks like that a little bit, but to that start of that forward 50 from Cade Surrey, leaving Connor Newnham running all the way up the ground to tackle Mason Brown. So they're not done yet, Beechworth. They're just looking a little bit tired, but I think
Here's Demizio, exits defensive 50, kicks down the line, trying to make a contest of it. Beechworth happy to concede out of bounds for the boundary throw, and really good kick there in defensive lines.
Sorry, boys, I dropped the microphone there.
Did you literally drop the mic, Scoot?
Yeah, didn't you hear the knock?
No, I didn't hear the knock, mate. It must be the soft, luxurious turf of Sandy Creek.
Absolutely beautiful.
Right, landing on a cushion.
Third corner action thanks to Wiesner's. Man.
Yeah, free
kick. Infringement of the ruck and advantages. And they're going to bring the football long down the line. 10-point ball game, favouring the Bushrangers.
Yeah, Connor Newton was screaming for it long. Man went high, balls tackled, no prior advantage there. Opportunity, sorry, for Caleb Beattie. And it will be balled up, centre wing, Gussie.
One thing I really like about the Bushrangers, never one bloke who tackles, Robbie, it's 2 and 3. They're not letting that ball out.
Big part of their game today, no doubt about that. Here's Ed Cartledge over the footy. Good push, Cartledge. He deserved the free kick and he's got it. He put himself over the footy. Ed Cartledge been good today for the Bushrangers. They lead by 10 points. We've gone almost 19 minutes third quarter. Man read it well. Dropped the mark overhead. Middleton kick was good. Fendick did a little chipper towards the goal square. Bounce is going to be important here. Demizio tapped it nicely. Got it over to Nick Carney, and he's got him out of trouble with a really good kick to Jake Hicks. They're away. Kiewa, here they go, Gus.
That they certainly are. They kick inboard to Beattie. 45 to 38 over Tallangatta.
I tipped that.
You did tip that, Big Mac. Big result there. Martin kicks down the line. Beattie backs back. Bit too much on it for him. Trickling towards the boundary line, and Surrey happy to concede a boundary throw-in as we go boundary side. Scotty Scooter Fraser for Charcoal Kings.
Some fantastic run by the Hawks, boys. It's obviously that rev up at half time. They are just on it now, and the Hicks boys are.
Kick he is, there's no doubt about it. And Will Love, who's eventually got onto the ground, is into the action. A quick kick there towards half forward. Good grab taken there by Braden Carey. Between half forward and centre of the ground. Kicks it wide. Middleton's a target. G. Wilson's done a great job on him. They push. He's got him for a push. So Wilson. Middleton, who's just kicked the one goal today, and that was from a free kick too. It was a bit touch and go, whether it was a behind or a goal too.
Delivery to Middleton probably hasn't been what he'd like today either, Robbie.
It has. It's been too high or too long, generally. Middleton winds up. Not a great spin on that ball either. Where will it fall? They got numbers. Kiewa Sandy Creek couldn't lock it down. And the Beechworth forwards say it's not coming out of here. We're going to have another reset. Ball up. 20 out from their goal. They lead by 10 points. Free kicks, 11 to Kiewa, 5 to Beechworth.
On the Mac Jack stat sheet, Middleton in the ruck, tries to bring it down to himself. Good work by Buckley Wilson, spinning out of trouble as Collins, and he emerges for Kiewa Sandy Creek with a right foot thumping kick long down the line. A good contest forms. Cartledge, this is Ed, or Surrey I should say, mops up nicely for the Bushrangers. Inside forward 50.
The ball to come across the ground. Dane Carey just closed down that space in really good fashion. As Nick Beattie marks at half-back, kicks down the line. Good spoil from behind by Cade Surrey. And it will be a boundary throw-in.
Did you see Cade Surrey when you went into the tea room, Robbie? What year was he in the team of the year? How far back did it go?
2009, I think it was, Scoot. We were talking about it earlier on today.
10 boys. Braden was in it in 2009.
It was Braden, yeah, sorry, in 2009.
But still,
Umpire Hughes says, give it to me. It'll be balled up, Gussie. Slightly into attack for Beechworth. They lead by 10 points, but Kiewa have kicked 4 of the 5 goals this quarter.
Goals to Newnham, 2 of them, and 2 to the Hicks boys, 1 each, and Fendick on the board. with his second goal for the Bushrangers in the third quarter, thanks to Wiesner's.
7 touches this quarter for Cam Fendick for Mac Jack,
Starting
including
to line it
a
up.
goal.
So Connor Newnham, 2 goals in the quarter, and a goal each to both Josh and Jake Hicks for Kiewa Sandy Creek. Man's in the ruck, left that one behind. Well done by Love. Scotty Scooter Fraser for Charcoal Kings. Bit of a trend we've noticed today. Football being played on that far side of the ground.
And as you say that, mate, looks like Jace Bartell's actually slid into the fence. We'll keep an eye on that. He's limping now as they throw the ball in.
Hope he didn't get one of those nasty ones, Scoop, where your legs can go either side of the post. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do know what you mean,
Yeah,
Robbie.
and that can be nasty.
He's looking a little bit ginger here. He's got his hands on his legs.
Okay.
He's jogging it off, Robbie. I think he'll be okay.
All right, well, there we go. Now, here to go. Oh, gee, Fendick's lurking there too. He's dangerous in that situation. They've really got to be careful here. Ball up, 55 out from Beechworth's goal. Almost, we're in time on. Third quarter action, 10-point lead. This one is set for a barnstorming finish. Demizio off the back, got a handball over the top, was okay to Josh Hicks, and Josh Hicks found the boundary line. A little bit tight ropish there, Gussie, and it's going to be thrown back in. Still a 10-point margin. 24 minutes have ticked over.
I'll tell you what, we're shaping up for a grandstand final quarter here in the TDFL finals. Football comes back into play. I think Love hacked that out of the air. And Kiewa Sandy Creek gains some yards via Josh Hicks up towards true centre. Trying to keep that one was Jason Bartell. And it's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Mac Jack stat, 34-27. Is Kiewa's advantage.
As the clock suggests to us, probably we've got 4 minutes to go.
Good guess,
on the
Gus.
Japo Donks time clock.
Excellent, Benny Dixon, our good man from the TDFL, just coming in. He gave me the 2 2s. I think that's what he meant.
I think that was a message for you, Robbie.
It might have been too. So the ball, here's a chance for Kiewa as they don't get that one inside forward 50. So some great stats there from Benny Black, our statistician on hand today. Just repeating that one inside 50. So making a bit of ground back, Beechworth. 27, Kiewa 34.
Got a free kick here, Robbie. It's going to go the way of Kiewa Sandy Creek.
Looks like Zachy Collins.
It is, mate. Umpire saying come back around. Not quite sure what the infringement was for, but nonetheless, it's going to be a dangerous situation for Sandy Creek. Collins, inside forward 50. Newnham was pushed, and well done by Surrey.
Great grab.
Took a superb grab. Connor Newnham's giving him a little bit of attention, saying you might have not earned that fair and square.
I think he was just trying to tap him on the head and say
50
well
metres.
50-metre penalty. Scoot, talk us through that one for Charcoal Kings.
It looked like umpire Grant Steed did the old lippy with the hand signals that they might have umpire dissent or something like that.
Well, they've got it to the half forward, and here's Belchy for Beechworth. Looks for Middleton over the back, but the man in front, is it our man, is it like Liam Stevens there, guys?
It's Stevens.
It is Stevens. Tumbling kick. Keep an eye on Connor Stone. Couldn't mark. Good fist there over the back, and it will be thrown in. So Kiewa defending there stoutly. They've kept the Bushrangers to 1 goal this quarter. Gus, and they've managed to pile on 4 themselves. And we've got a 10-point margin. About 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Oh, we've got a big finish here at Sandy Creek coming your way. Don't leave us. We'll be with you right to the end.
That we certainly will. Surrey comes off the ground for Ed Cartledge to be re-injected. We'll bring the football back into play. Middleton's in the ruck. Nice tap in towards danger. Fendick overran the footy. Kiewa Sandy Creek have a chance to exit D50 via Demizio. His kick wasn't the best. Opportunity falls here the way of Kiewa Sandy Creek, but it's a big tackle applied by Vogel. And it's going to be a free kick for the Hawks, Big Mac, and you've got a Natura Albury netball score.
Yeah, Midda 46 have defeated Tallangatta 41, A-grade netball, and it was Midda 46, Thaguna 40 in B-grade.
Croucher back onto the ground for Kiewa Sandy Creek. Plays on and kicks inside forward 50. It's a long kick, 2-on-1. Well done by Surrey. Mops up beautifully and clears defensive lines.
Unbelievable, isn't he? Surrey, gee, he's had a big last 5 minutes. Now, with a bit of space here, Nick Carney should be able to gather. Good composure. The kick's going to be good. It ain't. It missed his man, and it's going to be marked there by Beechworth. And he'll go short. He chips it to Tommy Cartledge. Goes over his head. Falls away of Josh Hicks. Handball to Nick Beattie. Back to Hicks. High up and under. They got some numbers here, Kiewa Sandy Creek. Oh, big fist from behind. Massive fist from Cade Surrey. That's gone 35 metres.
As good as a kick.
Unbelievable, Gus. And now here's a chance for Cartledge to run onto it. Delivered! Oh, big collision. All players get up straight away. And gee whiz, Gus, that was a big hit. Take it away, mate. Centre wing Josh Hicks has it for Kiewa.
Handball's over the top. Brown lost his footing. Mopping up nicely is Connor Stone. Handball's back, trying to find Gus Parker, who left it behind. Big tackle applied by Vogel. Umpire says we'll ball it up, and Lockie Armstrong and Jai Middleton, they ran Fettingham square into each other there, Robbie. It was a solid collision from the big key forwards of Beechworth.
Yeah, great mopping up work there for Nick Carney as well too, so all's well, all players good, just sucking them in.
Beechworth get a clearing kick up in the direction of Jacobson, who left it behind. Demizio really injected himself into this third quarter. He's been electric. Switches the football to Turner and the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks. They look to be away. Turner takes a bounce at true centre wing. Kicks inboard. It's a dangerous looking kick. Martin's going to have to chase it well. And a big don't argue came from Melsom. Martin mops up nicely, but the umpire says you took it out of bounds, son, and we'll bring the football back into play. 40 metres out for the Hawks.
Yeah, Gussie, I reckon we may be a minute or so in it.
Gee, a goal here.
Third quarter. Round about, we believe, 30 seconds to go here. We'll update you around the grounds at three-quarter time. Gee, Love went high.
No infringement.
No infringement. And there's a lot of players around this ball. Gee, they be careful here. Careful. Gone. So incorrect disposal. Free kick has come the way of Kiewa Sandy Creek. And we're just trying to pick up who the player is.
I think it's going to be Jed Andrew going to get the free kick, Robbie.
I reckon you might be right. Jed Andrew, he's going to have to kick it from close on 50, Gus. The man on the mark stands 46 metres out. What do you reckon, Scoot? Is he a chance?
We'll back him in here, so we've got a really good last quarter.
I like your positivity, Scoot. So, Jed Andrew, after the siren, comes in 49 metres, gets a good bit of it, but he's pushed it to the right-hand side.
He played on, boys. No score.
Well, that could be an interesting point that they didn't get. Great pick-up down boundary side by Scotty Scooter Fraser for Charcoal King. So, three-quarter time. Wrap yourself in, Gus McLeod. You're about to have a big ride.
A 10-point ball game as we go to the main break. It's TDFL Finals footy, where you won't miss a thing.
The CadMac Winter Catalogue is out now with low finance rates across the entire range from the brands you know and love. New Holland, JCB, Toro and McHale. Contact your local CadMac team in Wodonga or Wagga today.
The team at DTD Engineering in Thurgoona loves steel fabrication. They do it every day for businesses all across the border region, and they'll do it for you too. You name it, they fabricate it. From stainless and mild steel work to structural steel work. Difficult fabrication and installation projects, they love those too. And DTD does it all, from quote to paint to deliver. DTD Engineering Thurgoona and dtdeng.com.au. Proud sponsors of the Chiltern Swans Football Club.
The moment you step inside Build Pro Lavington, you'll feel it. 100% unadulterated customer love. It's how they do things at Build Pro. From their service to their stock, you'll love their range of Austral bricks. Austral's been making bricks for over 100 years, and Build Pro are the only local distributor. So for customer love and the best range of bricks and pavers, see Build Pro.
Way to go, Build Pro.
Dallinger Road, Lavington.
it, drop it, crop it, play it, write it, space it, and erase it. Drag it.
Need a computer that won't crash? Need your Wi-Fi turbocharged? Need better data backup? Whatever you need your computer to do, Wangaratta Computers will help you do it better. Because that's what we do best. And we can do it in-store or at your home. So get your tech working better at wangarattacomputers.com.au.
Play it, write it, space it, and erase it.
The team at DTD Engineering in Thurgoona loves steel fabrication. They do it every day for businesses all across the border region. And they'll do it for you too. You name it, they fabricate it. From stainless and mild steel work to structural steel work. Difficult fabrication and installation projects, they love those too. And DTD does it all, from quote to paint to deliver. DTD Engineering Thurgoona and dtdeng.com.au. Proud sponsors of the Chiltern Swans Football Club.
The moment you step inside Build Pro Lavington, you'll feel it. 100% unadulterated customer love. It's how they do things at Build Pro. From their service to their stock, you'll love their range of Austral bricks. Austral's been making bricks for over 100 years, and Build Pro are the only local distributor. So for customer love and the best range of bricks and pavers, see Build Pro.
Way to go, Build Pro.
Dallinger Road, Lavington.
The CAD-MAC Winter Catalogue is out now with low finance rates across the entire range from the brands you know and love. New Holland, JCB, Toro and McHale. Contact your local CAD-MAC team in Wodonga or Wagga today.
About leaving Middleton deep with Riley Petts around him just to get the crumbs and get it down to them.
Well, you heard it first for Charcoal Kings. Scotty Scooter Fraser. And just repeating those Mac Jack stats. Jack Demizio, 23. Josh Hicks was 16. And Cam Fendick only with the 8.
Mate, I can tell you at the Upper Murray League today, because we're chatting about on the all-rounders today, Tumbarumba at three-quarter time lead Cudgee 13-6 to 9-7. And I can tell you in the Hume League, the Ramwell Bundy-Waller Giants 53 lead Howlong 48. That was at three-quarter time also. So we're nearly set to go here. Final quarter action. Magnificent day at Sandy Creek. Not a breath of breeze. 19 degrees. The ground in magnificent condition. An epic contest here. Both sides have given everything. Around about half an hour to go. And to get it cracking, here's Gussie McLeod. Let her rip, Gus.
Thanks to Waters, the final corner line from Sandy Creek. There's Fendick with another Mac Jack disposal. Gets a clearance for Beechworth Bushrangers. And the football's pinballing around on the wing. Croucher just blazes away from the contest, takes a bounce in front of the Duns Twin City Crane and finds his right boot going long down the line. Trickles out the back. Surrey, got to be clean. Made a big collision. Coming through nicely there was Connor Stone. chip kicks, wasn't his best. We'll have a boundary throw in 40 metres out from the Hawks' goal.
Geez, Kiewa got a Connor Newnham all on his own in the goal square now. His opponent's coming back now, which I think looks like it's Tommy Cartledge coming back to get him. But, gee, with Nick Beattie was so close and that ball nearly broke free for him there, Gussie. So the boundary throw-in happened. Here's Fendick. Good hands. Release towards Tommy Cartledge. Over the footy was Ed Cartledge. The handball back to Tommy. So the Cartledge boys are doing it together. Guess what? Back to Ed Cartledge. Centre wing. Thumping kick. Here's a chance for Beechworth. Mark taken. And played on. Petsy. Handball to Eddie Cartledge. Got involved again. Couldn't control the footy on the first occasion. The boundary lines beat him. They just need to be a little bit cleaner there, Scooter Fraser, for Charcoal Kings.
Yeah, just that little bit from Pets where it probably wasn't needed. Could have turned around and kicked it inside 50. I tell you what, boys, down in the back line, Surrey's nickname is Cobb, but it should be Tractor. He's absolutely fantastic down there.
And busting through his Fendick. Got away in the nick of time. Middleton's one out in the goal square. Pushed Wilson in the back, but he prevailed from the contest. And well done, Buckley Wilson.
Brilliant. Clears
defensive lines for Kiewa Sandy Creek and gets a very favourable bounce off the boot for a boundary throw-in. Just favouring true centre for the Beechworth Bushrangers. And that was the messaging at three-quarter time, as they want to get John Middleton one out in the square.
There, mate, Buckley Wilson, he's been fantastic. Plenty of Azai Nusser plays of the day from him. Just running that ball. Beechworth, they just need Middleton to lift a little bit here. Here they go again. Far side of the ground. Kiewa Sandy Creek. Ball in dispute. Good contest. Croucher got knocked off it. Good tackle by Wallace. And I think the Beechworth player's going to be penalised there. So free kick's going to come the way of Kiewa Sandy Creek. And it's Wallace, who's worked hard in there. Ryan Wallace, veteran of the side these days. He's just sucking them in at the moment. He's a little bit cooked out there. This has been testing conditions for the players after the mud and slush they put up with over the last month. Ball inside forward 50. Up they fly. Over the back. Nick Beattie got the call. The handball from Mann. Got it back on. Shot on goal. It's okay. The Hawks have banged one through. And it is Hicks. It is Jakey Hicks who's got his second goal, and he's got the margin back to 4 points. But give credit there to Nick Beattie and Tristan Mann. They were clean with the footy. They heard the call, and Hicks finished in decisive fashion. 4 points. Beechworth lead. Scotty Fraser for Charcoal Kings, boundary side.
Boys, just have a look at Croucher on the half-forward line there. He has walked all the way from the scoreboard to where he is, clutching at his cheek. Tim Kendall and the runner came to get him off, and he said no and just kept walking away. So he may have a bit of a facial injury there.
4-point ball game at Sandy Creek. The Beechworth Bushrangers haven't kicked a goal since early in the third quarter via Fendick as they go inside 50. Middleton on the 1-2. Pet's got absolutely poleaxed, and the umpire said nothing in it. Middleton with it, don't argue. Got to get rid of it. Umpire says you didn't. And it's a free kick for holding the footy. It's going to go the way of Kiewa Sandy Creek. Jack Demizio lurks. He wants the... Well, he's going to get the free kick in the end. It is Jack Demizio. He will get the free kick.
Spoil from behind. Picked up there by Fendick. Surrey's handball was good. Can they get some clearance here? Here's a go for Fendick. Look out. He had to give it back to Ed Cartledge, still inside forward 50. Cartledge's kick is long, sits 20 metres out. Sun in the eyes of the players. They shield it. Picked up here nicely by McCormack. Snap on gold has gone out for a boundary throw-in right alongside the behind post. 4-point lead to Beechworth. 4.5 minutes gone. Final quarter. Game on, Gus.
On the TCM scoreboard, Tallangatta Construction and Maintenance. Great to have them on board once again. And we're bringing you the final quarter thanks to Waters. Boundary throw-in. Deep in the pocket for the Bushrangers. Cartledge lurks. Left the footy behind. Diving on top of this football is players from both respective sides, and will ball the footy up.
They need one, Beachy.
On the top of the goal square. Haven't scored a goal since Fendyke in the third quarter. The only goal for Beechworth in the third.
Free
Umpire's
kick.
found a free kick
High,
here.
Gus, high.
Is it going to go the way of Carey? I think it is.
It is. Brenton Surrey. It was
Surrey?
Carey.
They were both around the
right.
contest.
Yeah, you're right. Braden Carey.
Braden Carey's going to get the free kick here. So Braden Carey, much needed goal here for the Beechworth Bushrangers. 25 metres out directly in front. The Beechworth fans are below us and they'll tell the story. Kicks on goal and he's got it. Big goal from Braden Carey. A much needed goal from the Beechworth Bushrangers. And the margins back out to
flowing from the nose, boys. The claret is running there and he's gone into the rooms. I'll keep you updated if and when he comes back out.
All right, so a couple of little injury concerns there for Kiewa Sandy Creek. Was it Croucher, the other one, Scooter?
Yeah, he's still on the ground.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, it's a massive player off the ground at the moment. Demizio's his stats, I think he's up around the 24, 25 stats for the game. Well, back in the middle, the big centre clearance coming here. Cartledge over the footy. That was Ed. And they're going to lock it down. They'll do it all again. Gussie?
Really liked the game of Ed Cartledge today, Robbie. He's just been everywhere at the bottom of the pack for the Bushrangers.
Yeah, big second half from Cartledge as well. Here he is on cue. Ed Cartledge out of the pump, inside. Good for Kiewa Sandy Creek. Tracks the ball to the boundary line in front of Pets, and that's where it'll be done. It'll be flung back in 45 metres around from Beechworth goal. They lead it by 10. 48 to 38, 7 minutes gone, Gus, final quarter, and we're doing it for Waters.
Great to have Waters on board. Back into play. Love palms it forward. Here's Fendick chasing it to the boundary. Gets taken in a tackle, and we'll bring the football back into play. We'll go boundary side. Scotty Fraser, Charcoal Kings. Any update on the injury front?
No, not as yet, boys, but from the front gate, I've just had a message that one of the biggest qualifying final takes in history.
I believe that. The footy, I think he's been penalised again. He didn't have it very long at all. And it's going to go the way of Kiewa Sandy Creek at half-back. And it's Josh Hicks. Runs around on his favoured left foot. Kicks it towards Bartel. That might even be out of bounds on the full. It is. The boundary umpire was right on the spot there. And it will be kicked back in. So 80 metres out from the Beechworth goal. And it'll be Ed Cartledge. Geez, had some footy this quarter. Pumps the ball long from behind. Here's a go. Pets, kick off the ground was good. Favoured Kiewa Sandy Creek. And it runs out over the boundary line. So another throw in, Gus. We've gone 8.5 minutes. 10-point lead to Beechworth.
Free kick count on the Mac Jack stats sees Kiewa Sandy Creek 13 to 7. So they're certainly in front in that favour there, Robbie. We'll go around the grounds. Ovens and Murray scores very shortly as the race towards finals is shorn up there. Here's a go for Beechworth. Inside forward 50. Kick on goal to the top of the goal square. Middleton lurks. Fendick's there. Got to get it into his hands. Pinballing around. Coming through is Andrew. Handballs nicely to Hicks for Kiewa Sandy Creek. And they look to be away. Little chipped kick's okay. Jack Andrew marks.
Tumbarumba have won, Gus.
Tumbarumba through to the big dance in the Upper Murray. And here's McDonald for Kiewa Sandy Creek. Comes inboard. Wallace marks on the chest out in front. Wheels and goes in towards forward 50. It's a good looking kick. Didn't quite have enough on it. Was Cramp? Was it Cramp, Robbie?
Croucher missed it. I reckon he cramped about the same time he went for the footy. Cartledge over the ball. Ed Cartledge been brilliant. Here's Josh Hicks. Reefed it out of nowhere. Somehow, 4 players over the footy. It'll be balled up. And yeah, young Geordie Croucher just about to hang on to that grab. And I reckon he cramped at the wrong time. Nothing worse. So just repeating, if you let Tumbarumba are into the grand final, they have beaten Cudgewell. They'll host it. Here's Fendick, quick hands, was brilliant to Surrey. They're going to pump it in. So it was Bartel, and Beattie takes a good strong mark in front of a very vigorous Cade Surrey.
Well done, well said, Big Mac. Football right in front of Scooter Fraser. We hear it through his mic.
That's what you do as a backman.
Kick it inside, forward 50. Man made a contest. Bartel, or Wallace, I should say, lurked. And he's a player you can't write off or give too much space deep in this final quarter, Robbie.
He ran out of room on that boundary line, Gus. It was like a tightrope the way he was working that.
So we played 10 minutes on the Mac Jack time, on the Jappo Donks time clock.
As it does spin back into play, not a big throw. Here's a chance, Bartel, left foot centering kick. With the ball in hand is Hicks. Thumps it long, deep. Chance for Beattie. But can he mark as a mark? It's low to the ground. It's Connor Newnham. Ball's gone over the back of Beattie's head, and Connor Newnham has taken a low to the ground. So here he is, Connor Newnham, 25 out. He likes it. He's got 3, Connor Newnham, all in the second half. Every Kiewa goal has come in the second half, and the margin's back to 4 points. 11.5 minutes gone, final quarter action for Waters. Scotty Fraser down on the boundary for Charcoal Kings. You're turning on a cracker for us, young man.
This is just what we ordered, wasn't it? An absolute ripper.
So it's a 4-point ball game in the final quarter, thanks to Waters. On the TCM scoreboard, the inside 50s on the Mac Jack stat sheet. We'll get those shortly from the Big Mac, Robbie McKinlay. And a very good
46 to 36 inside 50s, Kiewa Sandy Creek's favour, Gus.
And Beechworth still hold a 4-point lead, 48 to 44, favouring the Bushrangers. This is TDFL footy at its absolute best. Man flew high and palmed it down for Kiewa Sandy Creek at ground level. Umpire says we'll ball the footy up once again. Dale Martin's lining up on Campbell Fendick on the broadcast side wing. It's a really good matchup, one I like. Cartledge emerges from the pack for the Bushrangers, kicks the centre half forward. But Andrew, or McDonald I should say, has been really good for Kiewa. Switches the football. Kick. Here's a go for Wallace.
Look at Hicks.
Hicks is all alone if he can find him. Good pick up from you, Robbie. Hicks marks 55 from home. Newnham wants it one out. Sun starting to bathe across Sandy Creek as Hicks goes deep inside forward 50. Newnham at the back of the pack. Bounce forward the way of Hicks. And it's trickling out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. We'll bring it back into play. And if Kiewa Sandy Creek kick a goal here, Robbie, it'll be the first time they've led all day.
Good news too for Kiewa Sandy Creek is that Jack Demizio is back out on the ground there, because he's been off for quite a while. Hasn't actually had a touch this quarter. So then forward pocket, chance for Kiewa Sandy Creek. They trail it by 4. Cade Surrey might have been held without it. Hurried kick, rugged kick towards Fendick. Fendick right in front of the Beechworth bench. Will the ball stay in? No, it won't. And it's going to be thrown in. So Scooter Fraser, not far from you, about 10 metres around from you. You can feel it, Scooter, can't you?
Yeah, it is. The crowd's getting in it too as boundary umpire Jed Lillis is about to throw it back in. We've got the ruckman have the sun in their eyes.
That is a cracking throw from young Willis. Quick hands by Wallace, got it to Bartel, kicks it inside forward 50. Fist, chance here. Jake Hicks, over it, got it. Oh, brilliant. Held his ground, went one way, went back the other. Dribble kick from Newnham. He's going to be penalised. What a great tackle. Magnificent tackle last line of defence there from the Beechworth defender, Gussie, just trying to pick him up. It was fantastic.
And they kick long down the line. It's going to be dangerous. Umpire says it was in.
Well done, young fella.
The mark's been taken by Stevens. He had the best view of it. And Stevens kicks long down the line to Middleton. Got pushed under the footy a bit too easy. Man goes back. Handballs nicely to McDonald. Over the top to Martin. Comes back inboard and Bartel goes in. Here's a go for Wallace. Wants to find Newnham. Kicks it to his advantage and Newnham marks it! Connor Newnham, 30 metres out, directly in front. We'll have a set shot to put Kiewa Sandy Creek in front for the first time today.
Do you remember an elimination final in the Ovens Murray Football League at the Albury Sports Ground, Gus?
Robbie, no.
Connor had a similar kick.
Robbie.
And he won't mind me saying it. Can he nail it on this occasion?
You'll get a text message tomorrow, I dare say. Connor Newnham to put the Hawks in front for the first time today. Kicks on the way, and he's missed to the right side. So Connor Newnham's kicked 3 goals, 3. And the margin, Robbie, is back to 3 points. Ball's in the hands of Molson. He'll kick in for fullback for the Bushrangers.
Yeah, that's been a great contest, that, hasn't it? Between Malcolm and Newnham. Middleton, can he hang one? He does. He took a Charlie Curnow type, centre wing. Bushies lead by 3. About 9 minutes to go. Good grab taken at half-back by Nick Carney. He's been good.
Liked his game.
Had a big role to play on Lockie Armstrong. Carney goes short, and he finds Mann. Centre wing. 16 minutes gone. Mann, left foot kick to the middle of ground's a beauty. Finds Josh Hicks.
Kiewa really have the legs here, Big Mac.
The Gallop.
Boys.
Finds Andrew, pumps it long. Newnham's going to beat 3. Oh, up he went was Malcolm. He couldn't hang on to it. Middleton was able to kick, handball to a teammate, and now Kiewa might come back and.
We'll pull it up in front of Scooter Fraser for Charcoal Kings.
It's getting a bit willing, boys. There's the cramps going left, right and centre. Buckley Wilson getting worked on the bench, and they need him out there.
Man, uncontested in the ruck, just slaps it forward, trying to find Bartel. Fendick equal to the challenge and will ball the footy back into play. 17 minutes gone in the final quarter. Thanks to Waters and TCM. It's a 3-point ball game favouring the Beechworth Bushrangers and Kiewa. They haven't led all day. Are they a chance to do so in the final term?
Whistle, free kick. It's going to go the way of Kiewa or Sandy Creek. That free kick count you've got there. Work on that free kick count for me, please, Benny. Benny Black working overtime.
On the Mac Jacks.
The Mac Jack stats as Tristan Mann pumps the ball, sits it up, top of the gold square, big fly, ball to ground. Oh, a kick off the ground by Jake Hicks has just gone a little bit too far. It was a rush behind in the end. It's 17-8 the free kicks in favour of Kiewa, and that means, Gus, the margin's now down to 2 points in favour of Beechworth. We've gone almost 18 minutes.
Kicking board's good, and it's been marked by Stevens. Beechworth appeals for a 50-metre penalty against Dale Martin. They're going to get it. Now, this has been the part of the game where Beechworth have struggled in the second half, converting the footy from true centre wing into attack. Stevens pumps it long. Andrews the target. Middleton made a good contest. Here's a go for Fendick. Slap forward, trying to keep it alive. Kiewa have numbers. Clearing kick from Turner down the line's okay. And Campbell Fendick's up to the challenge to get a crucial fist. And we'll bring the football back into play.
Great contest.
Superb contest, Robbie.
Yeah, Martin did well there. Both players, great sportsmanship, picked each other up off the ground, and in they go for another crack. We have gone 18.5 minutes, 2-point lead to Beechworth. Here we go. Tommy Cartledge with space, pumps it towards the goal square. From behind, the fist was magnificent from McDonald. Now it might be a chance here for the big fella down there. Can't quite pick it up, and they'll defend. They do it in good style. Carney's left foot kick is kept in. There's a big tackle, a big play, and Beechworth have got the free kick, Gus. 70 out from their goal, and I think it was McCarthy again. What a couple of second efforts from the young man.
Absolutely superb. He's lost his headband in the making as he kicks inside 50. Love! William Love flew. I thought he marked it, but he brought it to ground level. Intercepted nicely, and it's been chopped off by Tom Cartledge. 55 from home.
He's got a good leg on him.
On a 45-degree angle.
Massive inside 50 numbers here. Kiewa 50, Beechworth 38, but Beechworth lead it by 2 points.
He chips the football, trying to find Surrey. 10 metres out from goal. Over the football is Middleton, on hands and knees. Good work there at the back of the contest from Mason Brown for Kiewa Sandy Creek. We'll ball the football up. 20 minutes gone. It's a 2-point ball game with 6 minutes to go in the final quarter, thanks to Waters.
Deep into attack, Beechworth. Oh, no one got a hand on it, neither Ruckman. And it is going to be locked down, I think. It's not coming out of there. And it ain't. And it will be balled up. Scoot, what's your gut feeling?
next goal wins. Is that...
You're not going to be far off the money, I don't think, my man.
I think Beechworth can hang on.
All right, here we go. Once again, ball hits the ground. Kick by Martin for Kiewa Sandy Creek. Outside forward 50. Clever hands there by Surrey. But gee, the tackling's fierce. And it's going to be another ball up, locked down. So the ball sits 45 out from the Beechworth goal. They lead by 2 points. 20 and a half minutes gone. Final quarter action. One more crack at it here. Handball goes out the back here. Gee, the Kiewa tackling's been fantastic in defence. Locked down there. Fendick won't let that one come out. And we're going to have another ball up. So chewing up a little bit of time. Around just a bit over 5 minutes to go now. Gussie McLeod. And
lines for Kiewa Sandy Creek, but it's going to come back pretty quick because it's been chopped off by Brent Ryan. We've got the countdown clock going in the box, Big Mac, and there's 5 minutes to go in the final quarter of the qualifying final. Trying to keep it alive there was Carey. Umpire said it went out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Scotty Scooter Fraser, boundary side for Charcoal Kings. Can't imagine there's going to be many rotations left as we head towards the final 4 minutes.
Well, Kiewa's rotations, boys, are those coming off to get cramps rubbed out. So, and here we go, Beatty's coming off for another one, and Vogel's still getting rubbed down as well.
It's been that sort of day, hasn't it? It's well, goodness me, a 2 point lead to Beechworth. We're 4 minutes and counting left in the game. Love, kick was smothered. Over the footy was Surrey. When it gets hard and tough, he's always the first player over the football. And we've got another boundary throw-in. So it's just getting real desperate now, Gussie. So either lockdowns, ball-ups or boundary throw-ins. Something's going to give you shortly.
Well, the big talls haven't kicked goals for Beechworth, so I'll be looking to get Fendick deep in the goal square. That'll be my move.
Yeah, good shout.
Love palms it down in towards space. The Hawks have numbers. Fendick overran the football. Collins got amongst the action for the Hawks. Pinballing around in the centre of the ground. On hands and knees. Coming through was Petts. Umpire says nothing in it, and it's thrown on the boot by Surrey. Inside forward 50 for the Bushrangers. Middleton from the pocket. Middleton kicks on goal. And it missed everything. Out of bounds on the full. Had to have a shot there, Robbie. Not many options around him. And it's going to be a free kick for the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks at fullback.
Massive.
Robbie.
And the clock has stopped. Gussie, if you just joined us, don't go away over the next 3 or 4 minutes. It is ball to centre wing. Ball won't get over the back. Ryan was good in defence. And it's going to go on the boundary line. It's a throw-in, Gussie. True centre wing. Far side of the ground. 24 minutes gone. 2 point lead to Beechworth.
Boundary throw-in. Back into play. Crucial times here in the final quarter. Love palms it down. Cartledge left it behind. The Hawks have numbers.
3 minutes left, Gus.
Pinballing around will ball the footy up once again. Who wins from here? Scoot for Charcoal Kings.
Well, I still think Beechworth can hang on, boys, but who knows? Jake Hicks could just carry the Hawks over the line here.
Tommy Cartledge won another contested possession. Handballed over the top, was almost worth a kick. Demizio's handball chopped out. Here's Fendick. Cam Fendick goes long. Won't get the journey, won't have the accuracy. Bounce is crucial here. Good work by Carney. Did he get rid of it? Okay, he did. Good lockdown work from the Beechworth forwards there. Armstrong was involved, and it's going to be a boundary throw in. Beechworth have got it where they want it, Gussie. Deep into attack, 2.5 minutes to go. They lead by 2 points.
That they certainly do. Boundary throwing deep in attack for the Bushrangers. Middleton in the ruck. Taps it towards the goal square. Trying to make a go of it is Armstrong, but the Hawks clear defensive lines. Pinballing around across the half-forward flank. Good contest forms. Well done by Collins. Got some vital yards. Wallace, handball's back in board. Cartledge for the Bushrangers has been superb. Keeps the footy alive and will ball the footy up on the edge of the square, or the edge of the boundary line, I should say. 2.5 minutes to go in the final term, thanks to TCM, Tallangatta Construction and Maintenance. And this is Sandy Creek footy at its best.
Yeah, just Cartledge and Surrey around the ball at the moment. They've just played a big part there. They just haven't let Kiewa get that ball out at the moment. Around about 2.5 minutes left to play here. Beechworth still with that 2-point lead. Slightly into attack between half forward and centre wing. And that's where it's going to stay as the ball's punched out over the boundary line by a Kiewa player. And it's just going to get flung back in. They've got to find a way, Kiewa Sandy Creek, to get this ball moving from here. They've got one. Kick skewed off the side, but it falls okay. Handball over the top by Turner was magnificent. Got it to Martin. Martin kicks the ball inside forward 50. Newnham. Oh, good work there by Halson. Was able to keep the ball away from Newnham. Paddling the ball around. Here's Belchy. Handball to Tommy Cartledge. Got it back to Cade Surrey. Handball back to Melson. And he thumps it, Gus, a long way to half forward.
Big contest forms and the Bushrangers are up to the challenge.
Oh!
Middleton come through like the Southern Aurora and wrapped up a big tackle. You reckon the next roll of the dice will be key. 90 seconds to go. Deep into stoppage time thanks to Jappo Donks. Umpire throws the footy aloft. Love won the tap. Collins for Kiewa Sandy Creek as Cartledge goes inside forward 50. Middleton made a good contest. The Hawks have numbers over the top. Well done by Cartledge. Throws it on the right boot. In towards the top of the 50 arc, and it's Armstrong.
Big grab.
Out in front. Lockie Armstrong can suck some time off the clock.
Dane Carey
plays on. Carey's one out in the square. He's got it. Carey, goal! The Bushrangers win an absolute thriller at Sandy Creek. They extend the margin to 8 points. And with under a minute to go, you think the Bushrangers are home, Big Mac?
You would think. Scoot, what do you reckon, Charcoal Kings? Are they home?
They are home, boys, and I think it was lost by Kiewa 2 minutes ago when Jake Hicks came off for a rest, and he's still on the bench.
Yeah, they've been a big player, those Hicks boys. Well, and good work there by Lockie Armstrong to see Dane Carey on his... Well, he wasn't on his own, he was momentarily. The kick got penetration, Gus. It got out over the back. Dane Carey took the mark. He realised, oh, gee, Beechworth nearly caught with 5 in the square there, and he pumped it through. So just a bit over a minute.
50 seconds to go.
50 seconds to go. Kiewa Sandy Creek. Here we go. That'll be Surrey. A kick off the ground. Missed. They might still go forward through Surrey. He's been unbelievable this quarter. Off half-back, Kiewa Sandy Creek. Big tackle. Big play. And it is going to be balled up. See around for the Beechworth Gold. They lead 54 to 46. Around about 30 seconds, 40 seconds to go. Gussie McLeod, they look home from here.
Wallace for the... And that'll just about do it.
They can milk it from here. Connor Stone, take as much as he likes here, Gus.
Beechworth are going to progress for a date with Chilton in the major semi-final next week. They've led all day, the Bushrangers. They switch the footy out wide. Siren about to sound, and they're going to erupt in Beechworth tonight. Marks in the hands of Surrey. Siren sounds! And Beechworth led all day, and they're going to take on Chilton in the major semi-final next week. The Bushrangers with grit and determination. Too strong over Kiewa Sandy Creek.
Yeah, great finish, Gussie. Fantastic stuff. That goal with about a minute to go by Dane Carey. And for Charcoal Kings, he'll pick out a man. He'll have in that second half. They didn't kick a goal in that first half. We'll go down to Scooter Fraser now, and he's got the man who had the ball in the hand when the siren went, Cade Surrey.
He did have the ball in his hands when the siren went. Cade Surrey, mate, you've been doing this for so long. There was a punch there in the third quarter, it went 50 metres, they called it a kick for the stats. Mate, what a game, and you've been doing this, 12 years now, still in the back line. Mate, how does it feel?
Oh, it feels bloody good. Yeah, just do your job, eh? Do your job, that's it.
That first half to keep Kiewa goalless, what was it like at half-time with Tom and the boys in there?
Oh, just pretty composed. Like I said, we just done our job, do what we have to. Go about what we do it well.
And the young blokes, Liam Stevens,
blokes, but he stood up. Days like this, you need 22 contributors, and today I think we had 22. So,
well done, mate. Go and enjoy it.
Scotty Scooter Fraser with Cade Surrey. I reckon he got more oxygen blown into the microphone than words, Scoot. He was huffing and puffing.
He was cooked.
We might have to get Scoot to pick out our Wodonga Tyre Power Player of the Day and catch up with them for an interview, because there's so many players to choose from, and we'll get them as they walk off. We'll also try our best to capture the song as well, Robbie. But what a finish. Just Beechworth, the way I could summarise it, Robbie, is they just did enough to hold on.
They were so darn gritty. They were gutsy. They just refused to relent, because Kiewa Sandy Creek, we know, Gussie, they were coming at them massively. It was 6 goals for free in that second half, but
hey boys,
they just hung on.
We'll go to Scoot with our Wodonga Tyre Power Player of the Day.
The Wodonga Tyre Power Player of the Day, the coach Tom Cartledge, mate. What an effort.
Yeah, full credit to the boys, mate. Sorry, mouth guard. Super, started pretty well. We wanted to do that, and then, it was just a battle from the end there. Kiewa came out strong after half-time. Expected that, but can't credit the boys enough. Just heart and ticker all the way at the end there.
You knew Jack Neal was going to go in and give him an absolute spray at half-time, and they come out like that. You were really quiet at half-time and three-quarter time. Is it just something in your demeanour with the boys just to pump them up slowly rather than be really vocal?
As a playing coach, I've seen playing coaches before give sprays out, and I make plenty of mistakes, so I can't be spraying the boys if I'm out there making the exact same things that they do. So, I just don't like that approach.
You didn't make many mistakes today, mate. Congratulations, Wodonga Tyre Power Player of the Day. Get in there and sing the song.
Tommy Cartledge, best on ground, and Scoot, you might have to do some of your best work to bustle your way in to try and get the song.
He'll get through that pack.
He busted through a few packs here in Sandy Creek in his heyday. The Beechworth boys let Tommy Cartledge walk in the room as a bit of a guard.
Doors. Sensational scenes here from the boys from the Beechworth, the Bushrangers. Here we go.
There won't be enough Bridge Road beer in Beechworth tonight, Robbie. An absolutely superb performance. Great to have your company on the TDFL finals coverage, and I tell you what, Beechworth, grit and determination got them across the line today, Big Mac.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Look, they thoroughly deserved that win. Yes, Kiewa Sandy Creek dominated in some parts of possession, where they had the ball on the ground, inside 50s, but just what Beechworth did, they played a brand of finals football consistently over the 4 quarters. Even when Kiewa Sandy Creek came back, Gus, Beechworth didn't lose control of the momentum. They were actually still hanging in that game there. Even in that in the third quarter, when Kiewa Sandy Creek kicked their 4 goals, it wasn't a complete fade out. They stayed in there, and they had enough up their sleeve, and they held on. In fact, probably the last 5 minutes, they had the ball inside their forward 50 for the majority of that time, and that's a great win.
So the goal kickers, 3 goals to Connor Newman for Kiewa Sandy Creek, 2 to Jake Hicks and 1 to Josh Hicks, whilst for the Beechworth Bushrangers, 3 to Dane Carey, 2 to Campbell Fendick, and singles to Jai Middleton and Braden Carey. Scoot, a grandstand finish, a fitting result here between the two sides today.
Yeah, I just credit to Kiewa for coming out after half-time and doing what they did. I really do I don't know why Jake Hicks was off the ground for the last 4 minutes. I just got me beat. The playmaker, they could have just got that line. I guess you look back and Kiewa probably didn't have enough contributors for the whole day, but geez, I tell you what, the feeling down in the Beechworth rooms there was relief, but the joy, you know, they backed themselves the whole day, and they had a heap of contributors.
Well, they're in the top 3 now, aren't they? At worst case result, they get a preliminary final crack at it. Be massive for them. They get a go at Chilton, who have this week off, but you can't beat having a win in the finals. It just builds momentum, and the same thing will happen whoever wins tomorrow. You'll just get that momentum going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Beauty and Barnawatha, they'll look at this game and the way it was dictated today. It was a real mix of slow, methodical football and then pulling the trigger at the crucial moment. I think Kiewa did that in really good phases towards the third and fourth quarter, but they just couldn't capitalise going inside.
Couldn't get the ball out. Their work around the stoppages, I wouldn't say Beechworth won the clearances. They didn't lose them though, did they, Scoot? They were able to bide time.
What they did win around the clearances was the stoppages.
Exactly right.
If people got the ball, it was just gang tackle. And you said at one stage, Gus, it was never one Beechworth bloke tackling a Kiewa Sandy Creek guy. It was 2. And at one stage, it was spot on. There was 16 tackles to 8 in the first couple of minutes of that. The first 5 minutes of the last quarter.
16 tackles to 8.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. And that was the thing. But what they did really well, where I think Kiewa will look back on it, lazy forwards. First half, didn't do the same stuff. Right at the end there, that last 5 or 10 minutes, some of the work done by the Beechworth forwards to either get a boundary throw in, get a ball up, or just don't concede ground was unbelievable.
Start of the third quarter was fantastic the way they came out, but they just couldn't maintain it. But Beechworth didn't let them maintain it, and that was that's just perfect footy by Beechworth to suppress that forward movement.
Full time at Sandy Creek, the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks, 6:10:46 to Beechworth, 8-6-54. A thrilling win, favouring the way of the Bushrangers. So that's the entree of what's to come in the final, Scoot. We've got some real good stuff coming up.
Yeah, let's hope so. And again, the ground just
magnificent.
Like Dettering and Barney boys would have been out here watching today, just drooling because no rain expected until Monday, so we should get an absolute ripper tomorrow. Hopefully a record crowd again.
How about the crowd?
You don't normally see the first week or the second week of the finals where the cars are up the hill.
Qualifying
that's
final.
Usually the catalyst, isn't it? We always talk about the cars up the hill. Well, they were up past the Duns Twin City Cranes up there today, and the netball court. I don't know if you guys could hear, but early in the game of footy, you could hear the cheers from the netball court as Midda. So many kids out kicking the footy at quarter time and half time, and even now they're still out there, and there's some future Bushrangers out there having a kick.
Yeah, they're all happy. Three years since we've been out here, hasn't it? 3 bloody years, and we've come back and we've got an absolute beauty to welcome everyone back. And the people responded. The people turned up. They showed the love and just how popular the Tallangatta District Football League is. It is a great community league, but it's a league, you have a day out and you get value for money.
That you certainly do. Well, that just about wraps things up here today, gents. Looking forward to tomorrow. Beechworth, they're going to take on Chilton. And Kiewa Sandy Creek, they're going to take on the winner of Dettering and Barnawatha tomorrow, which is shaping up to be a thriller.
Yeah, I really just hope that Barney have got the leg. Hope Scotty Bartell can get up for next week's game. I really do. He's just a great playmaker. And
what was the injury?
I think it was his hamstring in there. I did see him rub it a couple of times, but certainly had his boots and socks off and was done and dusted. Yeah, didn't even contemplate coming back out. So hopefully he can get that fixed and be back again to play whoever wins out of Barney and Dettering.
To Benny Black on the Mac Jack stat sheet today. Well done to you, good sir. Big Mac, good to be back here at Sandy Creek.
Oh, great to be back, mate. It is a great place. Love the joint.
Scooter for Charcoal Kings, good to be back.
Lovely, mate. And not only did we go all the way around Australia today, I had some text messages. People watching in Canada, Portugal, Fiji and New Zealand.
Incredible.
International, the TDFL.
Hey, and if you enjoyed it and you can't be in front of the screen tomorrow, don't worry, you can listen on the radio. We're going to be on the radio on 1494 2AY. How good is that?
That we certainly will. To Jackson Chilcott pushing the buttons back at Wangaratta Computers, and to Logan Cartwright on the camera. This has been the TDFL Finals. And you tell you what, you certainly won't miss a thing today. We'll be back tomorrow as Dedarang take on Barnawafa. But full time today, Kiewa Sandy Creek, 6-10-46, defeated by Beechworth, 8-6-54.
The CAD-MAC Winter Catalogue is out now with low finance rates across the entire range from the brands you know and love. New Holland, JCB, Toro and McHale. Contact your local CAD-MAC team in Wodonga or Wagga today.
The team at DTD Engineering in Thurgoona loves steel fabrication. They do it every day for businesses all across the border region, and they'll do it for you too. You name it, they fabricate it. From stainless and mild steel work to structural steel work. Difficult fabrication and installation projects, they love those too. And DTD does it all, from quote to paint to deliver. DTD Engineering Thurgoona and dtdeng.com.au. Proud sponsors of the Chiltern Swans Football Club.
The moment you step inside Build Pro Lavington, you'll feel it. 100% unadulterated customer love. It's how they do things at Build Pro. From their service to their stock, you'll love their range of Austral bricks. Austral's been making bricks for over 100 years, and Build Pro are the only local distributor. So for customer love and the best range of bricks and pavers, see Build Pro.
Way to go, Build Pro.
Dallinger Road, Lavington.
Drag it, drop it, crop it, play it, write it, space it, and erase it. Drag
Need a computer that won't crash? Need your Wi-Fi turbocharged? Need better data backup? Whatever you need your computer to do, Wangaratta Computers will help you do it better. Because that's what we do best. And we can do it in-store or at your home. So get your tech working better at wangarattacomputers.com.au.
Play it, write it, space it, and erase it.
The team at DTD Engineering in Thurgoona loves steel fabrication. They do it every day for businesses all across the border region, and they'll do it for you too. You name it, they fabricate it. From stainless and mild steel work to structural steel work. Difficult fabrication and installation projects.